The history, the tradition, the fun of Kernels baseball. It's time for exciting live coverage of Kernels baseball, right here on the Kernels Radio Network. Now, the voice of the Kernels. In his 11th season, here's John Rogers.
It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon as the Kernels take on the Western Division leading Kane County Cougars in the second game of this four-game series that saw the Cougars blank the Kernels last night 4-0. And it's our first chance on the South Slope Communications Triple Play Show to get to know Kernel outfielder Stantrell Smith. Stantrell had 6 hits in our recent four-game series here at home against the Quad City, the swing of the Quad City. And Stantrell, it's good for you because I think Bobby Magallanes wants to put you in the lineup every day now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to help the team out every day, and trying to get a chance to play and win. So.
Well, those are the two things anybody who wants to come to the ballpark and do, is play the game and try to win the game. Stantrell, let's go back to the Quad City series. You batted with the bases loaded, and you lashed one into right center field, and it was ruled a triple. You wound up circling the bases. I got over-exuberant and called it an inside-the-park grand slam, and that had to be pretty exhilarating for you to see Bobby Magallanes waving you home around third.
Yeah, I felt pretty good. Just trying to help the team get a win. I always think of bases ahead. I was trying to get an inside the park home run, but I was kind of upset that they took it away. But we still got the victory that day, so thank you.
Oh, you bet. Stantrell, you are blessed with pretty good running speed, but that's not the only thing that makes an athlete or a baseball player a good base runner. Could you distinguish between the positives of having good natural speed and then translating that into being a good base runner?
Just base running takes a lot of hard work. Just got to keep working on it every day. Speed is like God-given. I'm blessed with that. So just got to keep working on base running.
And that includes things like your leadoff, your jump if you're trying to steal a base, knowing when to try to take an extra base, rounding bases properly. Who does most of the teaching in the Angel organization on that, Stantrell? Is it here in Cedar Rapids, or is it mostly Rovers that teach you those things?
Well, both. I have 2 years of instructional league where they work hard on it. And basically that's like their biggest part of the game. The Angels organization is base running. It's very important for the Angels. So we work on it like every day. Instructional
league means what, Stantrell? What time of year is that?
Instructional league is after the full season. Instructional league lasts about 6 weeks, and you go work on everything like base running, speed, hitting, just break down
the fundamentals.
Yeah, the fundamentals of the game.
Stantrell, you do that out in Arizona, and what does a typical day of instructional league mean? Does it include a game? Is it all instruction? Are you on your feet all day? What's instructional league? What's a typical day like out there?
Instructional league, you get up about 6. Practice started about, I'm thinking like 7:30. You get up, stretch, get a good breakfast, eat, go outside, do some warm-ups, work on mechanics, then go and play a game.
It's a full day.
Yes, a full day of work.
Do you ever feel that you're overloaded with information and that your head's kind of spinning because you're a young professional, or do they break it down in small enough bite sizes that you can accept the information and then try to apply it?
They break it down every day. Something you just got to take time with. Baseball is a game of repetition. You just got to keep playing and take time.
Boy, is it a game of repetition. Stantrell Smith is with us on the South Slope Communications Triple Play Show. And Stantrell, what other sports did you enjoy playing either as a youngster or in high school?
I love football and I love basketball, so I was pretty good in all of them.
You were pretty good, weren't you?
I was pretty good in all of them.
What positions did you play in football and basketball?
Football was wide receiver and basketball was power forward center.
Was it hard for you to sign professionally with the Angels because of that love of other sports, or did you really jump at the chance to play professional baseball?
I love baseball all my life. Basketball and football, I didn't really love, but baseball I really love, so that's what I want to make the best of.
So you picked the right sport.
Yes, I did.
Stantrell, you grew up near the Atlanta, Georgia area, and what types of activities do you and your family did you do besides sports when you were growing up? Did your parents expose you to music, or did they have you read a lot? What other things did you do besides play sports?
Just really hang out with my brother. My brother's a big athlete. He played basketball, football, and baseball, so I really followed behind him.
Did he play it at the collegiate level?
He played basketball in Virginia, 4-year school, and they offered him to go to overseas and play, but he has a little girl. He wanted to stay back and raise.
Well, that's neat. So you're an uncle.
Yes, I am.
I bet you like the little cutie.
Yes, I do.
What's her name?
Jaja.
Jaja. How do you spell that?
I don't know.
That's an unusual name.
Yeah, it is.
Well, Stantrell, we're going to take a break, and we'll resume our chat with you here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon on the South Slope Communications Triple Play Show. Stantrell Smith is our guest, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kernel Radio Network.
Service second to none, South Slope Cooperative. We're here for your communication needs, internet service, telephone, and TV. As a cooperative telephone company, our members are owners, we make a good team. Service second to none, South Slope Cooperative Communications.
Tuna Communications Triple Play, voice, video, and data with South Slope Cooperative in North Liberty. South Slope's lineup features everything that connects you to information. Digital wireless phones, long-distance plans, data home and business wiring, video conferencing, dial-up and high-speed internet service, fiber optic installation and termination, and digital video TV service in most areas. For all your communication needs, think South Slope. Visit them at southslope.com.
Stantrell Smith is with us on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. And Stantrell, I've had enough of a chance to see you at the plate. You remind me a little bit with your hands and wrists of Gary Sheffield. Could you explain to our listeners the mechanism by which you find your launch position, what you do with your hands and wrists?
My wrist and my feet just to help me get a rhythm, help my loading. So it's just time the pitcher. So when the pitch comes, help me get like a better swing on it.
You have to have pretty strong hands and wrists to do what you do. Has anybody ever compared your rocking of the wrist with Sheffield?
No, I can compare most of Mike Cameron, my body build, and my speed.
Mike Cameron?
Yes, I do.
He's had a good big league career.
Yeah, I love the way he plays.
So you followed Mike Cameron?
Yes, I did.
Stantrell, do you know any big leaguers having grown up in the Atlanta area? I know you get good weather down there. Have you ever, besides the Angel big leaguers, have you ever gotten to meet or work out with any big leaguers?
Yes, 2 years ago I worked out with Orlando Hudson.
Who's he with?
He's with the Diamondbacks right now. He was a Gold Glover last year.
See, there you go. I don't get the chance to follow the big leagues nearly like I should, Stantrell. What position does Orlando Hudson play for Arizona?
Orlando Hudson is second baseman.
Okay. And is he from the Atlanta area?
He's from South Carolina, but he has family in Atlanta.
So you got to work out with him?
Yes.
That's pretty neat. Well, Stantrell, finally, your folks, go right ahead.
And I can't think of his name right now.
That's all right. You keep thinking for a second, thinking about some big leaguers you've gotten to meet or work out with. Stantrell is...
And I worked out with James Spivey last year out in Arizona. So
now, that guy's strong, isn't he?
Yes, he's really strong.
He's built like a football player.
Yeah, you think he did. He played football, went to school, played football for a couple of years.
Stantrell, finally, we want to ask you about your outfield play because you've done a really, I think, good amount of hitting the cutoff man from left field, and that's very important. How do you rate your arm strength? I have no idea if you possess a good arm, average arm, below average. What do you think, and what do the Angels tell you about your arm strength?
The Angels rate me as an above average arm, pretty above average arm, good throw. But the best thing is just to hit the cutoff man, and that way you can keep your runners in position like for a double play.
That's exactly what you've been doing. Well, Stantrell, thank you. I'll never forget a couple of weeks ago I walked into the clubhouse. I have a kid, a little brother named Logan Clark, and you took time to say hello to Logan, and you had a big smile on your face.
Yeah, just love kids. I love signing autographs. I just want to grow up and do. Go to the games and see other guys doing it. So it's something I always want to do.
Well, thank you for being that type of young professional. Stantrell Smith, while you're here in Cedar Rapids this spring and summer, please treat yourself to a meal at any of our Zio Giano spaghetti houses. Perfect pasta, homemade bread. They'll cater to one person such as yourself, Stantrell, or Zio Giano's will cater up to 10,001 people. Stantrell Smith, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's Colonel outfielder Stantrell Smith, our guest on the South Slope Communications Triple Play Show. Up next, I'll have Game 2 lineups between the Western Division leading Kane County Cougars and our Kernels on this gorgeous Sunday afternoon. You're listening to Kernel Baseball on the Kernel Radio Network.
Service second to none, South Slope Cooperative. We're here for your communication needs. Internet service, telephone, and TV. As a cooperative telephone company, our members are owners who make a good team. Service second to none, South Slope Cooperative Communications.
Tuna Communications Triple Play, voice, video, and data with South Slope Cooperative in North Liberty. South Slope's lineup features everything that connects you to information. Digital wireless phones, long-distance plans, data home and business wiring, video conferencing, dial-up and high-speed internet service, fiber optic installation and termination, and digital video TV service in most areas. For all your communication needs, think South Slope. Visit them at southslope.com.
What a fantastic Sunday afternoon we have for the sixth game of the Kernel 8-game homestand that saw the Kernels split with the swing of the Quad Cities earlier this week and then shut out last night by the Western Division leading Kane County Cougars. The Cougars won it 4-0. The sun is shining, high white clouds whisking across the horizon, 67 degrees as we welcome those from St. Joseph and College Community Schools here today. I'm John Rogers, your play-by-play host. Thanks for making us a part of your Sunday afternoon entertainment options here in the zone. The King County lineup this afternoon is orchestrated or put together by their manager, Aaron Nakula. Nakula was a 22nd round pick by the Oakland A's in 1998, and Aaron is in his first year at the helm with Kane County. He spent the previous 2 years as the hitting coach for the Cougars, and he's guided Kane County to the top slot in the Western Division first half standings. Kane County is 24-18, 1/2 game ahead of Peoria, a game and a half ahead of the Beloit Snappers, 4 in front of Burlington. The Bees have won 7 straight. The Kernels have slipped to 5th place in the Western Division 8-team standings, 4.5 games back of Kane County. The Kernel record 20-23. Leading off for Kane County, he scored 2 runs and drove in 1 last night, Mike Massaro in center field. Nick Blasey will be in left field. Nick will bat second. The Cougars' second baseman didn't play in last night's series opener. Switch-hitting infielder Frank Martinez will bat third and play at second. Jeff Baisley will hit fourth and be at third base for the Cougars. Batting fifth, he took an extra base hit away from Dallas Morris in the 7th inning last night with a running catch in right center. Jose Pineda batting fifth in right field for the Cougars. The designated hitter is out of the University of Hawaii, Isaac Omura, O-M-U-R-A. Steve Glean will be at first base, and Clean will be batting seventh. Hitting eighth, the Midwest League All-Star last year, catcher Raul Padron. And batting ninth, he homered in the 9th inning last night to give the Cougars a 4-0 lead, the score by which they won. Justin Sellers will bat ninth. He's the shortstop. Pitching this afternoon for Kane County is a 24-year-old right-hander out of Southwest Missouri State University. That's in Springfield, Missouri. It's now called Missouri State. Jeff Gray, G-R-A-Y. Gray was a 32nd round pick by the Athletics in 2004. Jeff Gray is 2-4 on the year, making his 8th start, an ERA of 7.50. His last start was Tuesday. That was in Kane County against Wisconsin. Gray was a 4-3 loser. He pitched 6 innings, surrendered 4 runs to the Timber Rattlers on 6 hits, fanned 5 in 6 innings, walked 1. Jeff Gray, 2 wins, 4 losses, 7.50 ERA, making his 8th start of the year, no complete games for the Cougars. On this beautiful Sunday afternoon, as always, Allen Motor Company steps to the plate to bring us the Kernel starting lineup. You can now purchase the 2005 Buick LeSabre at Allen's for only $13,890. That's just $199 a month right now at Allen Motor Company. Also, your first year's maintenance is free at Allen Motor Company when you purchase the 2005 Buick LeSabre, the 2005 Buick Century, or the 2006 Buick Rendezvous. Allen's is open late until 9 o'clock tomorrow evening, I-380 and Boyson Road, exit 25 in Hiawatha. The Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup, Brad Kuhn will lead it off. He's in center field. Kuhn is tied for the league lead in steals with 15. Madison Edwards will be in right field and bats second for the Kernels. Hitting third, he had 3 hits last night in the Kernel 4-0 loss. Switch hitting shortstop, Heinley Stacia. The designated hitter in the Allen Motor Company order bats cleanup for the Kernels, Flint Whipke. He'll be followed by Brett Martinez, the catcher. Hitting sixth, Dallas Morris, the third baseman. Our South Slope Communications Triple Play Show guest this afternoon, Stan Terrell Smith, will be in left field and bat seventh. Hitting eighth, Mark Trumbo, and Mark will play first base today in the Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup. And batting ninth, Larry Infante, the second baseman. Rounding out the Allen Motor Company Kernel starting lineup, boasting a terrific record of 4-1, 22-year-old right-handed pitcher Stephen Merrick. Merrick won his last start to open up this 8-game homestand. Stephen whipped the Quad City Ball Club Tuesday night 7-2. Merrick in 7 innings allowed only 2 runs, just 1 earned, on 5 hits in 7 innings. Stephen struck out 7 in 7 innings, walked 2. Stephen Merrick boasts the 9th lowest ERA in the Midwest League with a 2.25 earned run average. Stephen Merrick on the hill today for the Kernels. The umpires have accepted the lineup cards from Kernel manager Bobby Magallanes and the Cougars skipper Aaron Nakula, and the umpires are sponsored by Anderson & Brown Eye Care. Anderson & Brown Eye Care is a full-service, comprehensive eye care center where you can have your eyes examined, then pick out glasses or contact lenses right on site. Easy in, easy out in their new location. Anderson & Brown Eye Care is located on Boyson Road in Hiawatha. Things are coming into focus at Anderson & Brown Eye Care. Dr. Tom Anderson, Dr. Todd Brown are both Kernel season ticket holders, and they are the official eye care provider of the Kernels. Anderson & Brown Eye Care sponsors our umpires. The Kernels are about to take the field. We have a very impressive group of kids down below. This is going to be a really neat national anthem. A small band is assembled down below, and the band looks to be from St. Joseph School. The Kernels are being greeted by their Cost Cutters Dream Team members as they head out to the diamond. One little girl is standing right on the left field line, and that means that left fielder Stan Terrell Smith will have to call her over towards left field. The members of the Cost Cutters Dream Team have a Cost Cutters logo soft toss baseball that the Kernels will sign, and that's a thrill. The Kernels come into today's game 2-3 on the homestand. 1-1 against Quad City, lost. 1-1, lost, and then were shut out last night by this first-place Kane County team, 4-0 behind 19-year-old right-hander Vince Mazzaro. The Kernels appear to have the edge in pitching this afternoon with Stephen Merrick 4-1, 2.25 ERA. Jeff Gray 2-4, 7.50 ERA. But we thought last night that we'd get some offense facing Vince Mazzaro. The 19-year-old had an ERA of 6.75, but he blanked the Kernels over 7 innings on just 6 hits, and then the Cougars got 2 innings of stellar relief from T.J. Franco to complete the whitewash. Well, Stephen Merrick's the last Kernel to be introduced as he goes out to the hill to sign the soft toss baseball from Cost Cutters. Now let's join the public address system for an announcement from Wendy's, and then we'll have the introduction of the band that is forming behind the dirt batting circle. The band will play the national anthem.
Many soldiers have made great sacrifices for our freedom and our American flag. Please stand and pay tribute to our flag as Wendy's presents our national anthem.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, please join in the singing of our national anthem. It is being performed this afternoon by the St. Joseph's Charter Marching Band, directed by Benjamin Worth.
St. Joseph Marching Band with the Star-Spangled Banner, and did they ever do it with class and style. The Kernels are out to even this four-game series with the Western Division leading Kane County Cougars at a game apiece after the Cougars blanked the Kernels last night 4-0. As Stephen Merrick takes his final warm-up tosses, plenty of action on the State Farm Major League scoreboard, interleague play, and the interleague action this afternoon. Marquee matchups abound. The Tigers are hosting the Reds at Comerica Park. The Pirates will take on the Tribe at Jacobs Field. The Battle of the Sunshine State will be at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg. The Marlins will take on the Devil Rays. The Cubs and White Sox at U.S. Cellular Center. The Battle of the Beltway has the Nationals hosting the Orioles at RFK Stadium. The Red Sox and Phillies will play at Citizens Bank Ballpark. At Miller Field, the Brewers will take on the Twins. The Cardinals and Royals today at Kauffman Stadium. The Lone Star State Battle has the Rangers playing the Astros at Minute Maid Park. The Blue Jays and Rockies will square off at Coors Field in Denver. Later today, the Padres and Mariners at Safeco Field. In the Bay Area, Oakland and the Giants will clash. Atlanta and Arizona, the only non-interleague game this afternoon in Phoenix, and the marquee game on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball. You can hear it right here in the zone tonight. It'll be the Yankees at Shea Stadium against the Mets. And that look at the State Farm Major League schedule brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Al Shetler, Dale Thompson, Brad Dunn, and Gary Shubat. What a glorious day we have for baseball. 67 degrees. Stephen Merrick taking his final warm-up tosses. And the first batter for the Cougars will be Mike Massaro. Massaro was 1 for 4 last night in the Cougar 4-0 win. He walked and scored the game's first run in the third inning. Then he doubled in a run and scored in the Kane County 2-run seventh inning. Mike Massaro, M-A-S-S-A-R-O, is from Colorado State University, Pueblo. And he was taken by the A's in the 13th round of last year's draft. Mike Massaro, a left-handed batter, is first up against Stephen Merrick on this sunshiny, 67-degree Sunday afternoon. The Cougars hitting .261 as a team, fourth highest average in the league. Stevens' first pitch is a fastball down and away, ball one. Dallas Morris is right on the border of the grass and the dirt at third base, playing 11 feet off the line. He's shading in to guard against a bunt as ball two is taken outside by Mike Massaro. .296 hitter, 1 home run, 16 RBIs. Massaro ahead 2-0. Takes a strike at the knees, a changeup from Stephen Merrick. Heinle Statius at short today, Larry Infante at second, and playing way off the line at first is Mark Trumbo. And a fastball downstairs, 3-1 to Mike Massaro. Our guest on the South Slope Communications Triple Play Show, Stantrell Smithson left, Brad Kuhn in center, and Madison Edwards in right. Merrick delivers a strike on the outside corner. Mike Massaro has taken 5 pitches, 3 for balls, 2 for strikes. Massaro's not a big guy, 5'11", 160. He lives in Pueblo, Colorado. And he torches it into left field. That's a leadoff single. Mike Massaro ripped it between Stacia and Morris for a leadoff single. Massaro aboard with 4 steals. He's been caught 6 times. The Cougars are tied for 4th in the league with 44 stolen bases in 42 games. Kernels still lead the league in steals with 66 stolen bases in 43 games. Nick Blasey bats, B-L-A-S-I. Blasey batting .287. He leads the Cougars, or is tied for the team lead, with 7 home runs. Stephen Merrick throws to first, and diving back in safely is Mike Massaro. I've got Nick Blasey's numbers mixed up with Jeff Baisley. We joked on the air last night how similar their names are, and I'll get Nick Blasey's right numbers penciled into my book as Stephen Merrick's fastball, clocked at 90 miles an hour on the Bank Iowa speed pitch indicator, is taken for a strike. Blasey hitting .261, no home runs, 17 RBIs. 8 doubles, 4 triples, and 8 steals in 8 tries for Nick Baisley, a right-handed batter. He backs away from a slider just inside. It's 1-1. Absolutely picture-perfect, beautiful day this afternoon. Nick Baisley was 2 for 4, an RBI double in the 7th that upped Kane County's lead to 3-0. The runner not going, and here's a bunt. Merrick fields it to the left of the mound, throws the batter out. It's a sacrifice for Nick Baisley. Mike Massaro advances to second on a Nick Baisley bunt just to the left of the mound. Stephen Merrick gloved it, looked at second, but then threw to Mark Trumbo for the 1-3 putout. For an organization that doesn't believe in sacrifice bunts, that was a good sacrifice bunt by Oakland A property, Kane County Cougar Nick Baisley. Advancing Mike Massaro to second. Here's Frank Martinez. Frank didn't play in last night's series opener. He's a 20-year-old switch hitter from the Dominican Republic, and Merrick delivers a strike on the outside corner. You could be equally comfortable today in a light jacket, sweatshirt, or short sleeves, especially if you're in the plaza section, which is doused in sunlight. Frank Martinez reaches out and misses a fastball, swing and a miss on the pitch high and away, strike 2. Frank Martinez is batting .268. Switch hitter, batting left-handed. 3 homers, 26 RBIs. Runner at second, Mike Massaro. 1 out here in the top of the first inning, no score. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Martinez went around on a high fastball. So says the independent umpire, nestled between the mound and shortstop. He did go around, did Frank Martinez. 2 away here in the Cougar first inning. Kane County's record, division best, 24-18. They've won 16 of 23 at Philip Elstrom Stadium in Geneva, Illinois. A much more modest road record of 8-11. Jeff Baisley, B-A-I-S-L-E-Y, the cleanup batter. 2 for 5, doubled his first 2 times up last night, and Stephen Merrick gets ahead with a fastball strike at the knees. We want to welcome Andrea Murphy's little brother in the Big Brother, Big Sisters program. Nick is with us this afternoon, and it's great to have Nick alongside. Here's a high pop foul onto the first base grandstand roof. Both Josh Boots and I have Andrea Murphy and Nick to thank for getting us involved in Big Brothers, Big Sisters. The Colonel Director of Entertainment, Josh Boots, has a little brother named Isaiah, and I'm fortunate to have a little fella named Logan Clark. The 0-2. A curve tapped up the middle. Stacia charges it. Hindley unloads from in front of the base at second and throws in time to get Jeff Baisley. Jeff Baisley rolled a curveball up the middle that Hindley Stacia gloved and got Baisley on. No runs for Kane County in the first. 1 hit, a leadoff single. A sacrifice bunt. No Colonel errors, and the Cougars leave 1 man aboard. And after 1/2 inning on this beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon, Kane County nothing, and the Kernels coming to bat. You're tuned to Colonel Baseball on the Colonel Radio Network.
Cedar Rapids' oldest wholesale greenhouse is also Cedar Rapids' full-service landscaping and lawn care center. Cedar Rapids Greenhouses has been serving eastern Iowans for 50 years at the corner of Johnson Avenue and Edgewood Road, behind Guppy's on the Go. Cedar Rapids Greenhouses has a full line of trees and shrubs like magnolias, maples, and lilacs. And for a limited time, buy any potted tree and Cedar Rapids Greenhouses will deliver and plant it free. If you're searching for the right beautification project, let the trained landscape designers at Cedar Rapids Greenhouses help you create a unique plan for your home. From retaining walls to ponds, waterfalls, and fountains, they'll work within your budget and taste, and they do free estimates. Lawn care featuring mowing, fertilization, seeding, sodding, aeration, dethatching, maintenance, and cleanup are all done with care and precision. For the highest quality and low prices, see the difference at Cedar Rapids Greenhouses, Eastern Iowa's full-service landscapers at the corner of Johnson Avenue and Edgewood Road.
Hi, I'm Phil Andrews, your local Pekin Insurance agent at Andrews Insurance in Cedar Rapids. I'd like to introduce you to an easy-to-understand, affordable life insurance plan with great benefits. It's simplified issue whole life from Pekin Insurance. The plan requires no medical exam, has guaranteed rates for life and a guaranteed cash value. Life insurance made simple and affordable from Pekin Insurance. To learn more, contact me, Bill Andrews, at Andrews Insurance.
Brad Kuhn singled in the first inning last night, stole second, was bunted to third, but was stranded, and that was one of the keys to the Cougar 4-0 win. Brad's the Colonel leadoff batter, and a fastball from Jeff Gray, the right-hander's upstairs, ball one. Kuhn 1 for 4 with that bunt single in the first inning. Brad, 15 steals, tied for the league lead. There's a strike on the outside corner. Jeff Baisley, the third baseman, is a couple of steps in on the grass at third for Kane County. The Cougars wear white shoes a la their parent club, the Oakland Athletics. And a fastball upstairs. Brad Kuhn ahead 2-1. No score, bottom of the first. Kuhn's a left-handed batter, hitting .272, no homers, 13 RBIs, and the team-high 15 stolen bases. Brad lifts it foul towards the grass slope seating berm. Down the left field line where hundreds are enjoying the action from Metco Credit Union. Brad Burton's a good friend of mine, organized a second annual Membership Appreciation Day, and they are having a great time out on the Randy Keel Confidence Picnic Pavilion. The members of Metco Credit Union. 2-2 to Kuhn. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Mike Massaro doesn't have to move a step to put it away. Massaro makes the catch in center, one away, here in the Colonel first inning. Brad Kuhn's game is to hit the ball on the ground. A host has wisely simmered down the free frolicking rain that the youngsters had on the grass slope seating berm. We want kids to have fun out there, but not break each other's necks with their antics and frolicking. And I see we have a host out there who's gotten the kids to have fun and behave pretty well. Doesn't take much sometimes to get a group to settle down. I'll tell you what, I looked down and there was that host, and the kids suddenly were playing at a more relaxed pace and eating and watching the game. For a while, all heck was breaking loose out there on the grass slope seating berm where you can have a lot of fun, and we encourage that. Madison Edwards takes a pitch high, now one low, 2-0 to Madison. That grass slope seating berm is the best place to bring a family if you want the freedom of moving about and not having to stay confined to a seat. Strike one to the Colonel left-handed batter. Madison hitting .176 in 20 games. No homers, 2 RBIs. Fastball outside corner at the knees from the Cougar right-hander, evens the count. 2-2 to Edwards. Madison Edwards didn't play last night. He last played in the Colonel loss to the swing on Thursday night. Foul straight back to the screen. Madison had a good rip at that. In the Colonel loss to the swing here on Thursday night, Madison Edwards was 2 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. One away on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, bottom of the first inning, no score. The Kernels have slipped to 5th place in the 8-team Western Division standings with our 2-3 record on this homestand. Gray brings it, a curve, and that one's hit off the end of the bat, foul over the grass slope seating berm. The center fielder, Mike Massaro, is shading Madison Edwards, a left-handed batter, to hit the other way. Madison steps out. Edwards is a 22-year-old outfielder from Texas Tech. And Edwards lines another one foul off to the left. The count remains 2-2. This hurler, Jeff Gray, wears his black Cougar socks up high. King County wears sleeveless gray tops, black hats, and then white shoes. Their numbers are black, trimmed in green. The letters on the front of their jerseys that spell Kane County are green. And a fastball juts down and in, ball 3 to Madison Edwards. Jeff Gray went to Southwest Missouri State. It's now called Missouri State in Springfield, Missouri. And that city has the AA Cardinal affiliate in the Texas League. Payoff pitch to Madison. Bouncer back to the hill, and Jeff Gray backhands it, then trots halfway to first with it, tosses out Madison Edwards. Madison's base hit bid was turned aside on a good fielding play at his shoulder level by Jeff Gray, the right-hander. 2 gone here in the Kernel first inning, and Flint Whipke's the batter. Halo happenings, results from around the Angel organization last night. Our big club's tailspin continues as in the Freeway Series, the Dodgers whipped our Angels 8-4. Here's a high pop foul. Jeff Baisley may have a play near the grass slope seating berm. He comes together with a kid with a glove, and fortunately there's no collision. Then the kid with the glove drops it. Boy, oh boy. The railing was the only thing that kept Jeff Baisley and a youngster from colliding in the Kane County bullpen. And it's strike 1 to Heinle Stacia. I said Flint Whipke. This is Heinle Stacia, the switch-hitting Kernel shortstop, who had 3 of the Kernel 7 hits last night, batting with 2 out, nobody on, first inning, no score. A fastball down and in to the switch hitter, Heinle Stacia. Heinle's 3 hits last night raised his average on the season to 284. No homers, 9 RBIs. And a good changeup nips the outside edge. It's 1-2 to Stacia. The Angel record now is 17-26. I never thought our parent club would be 9 games under 500. A high pop foul off to the left, down the line, keeps Stacia in the hole, 1-2. Former Kernel shortstop Adam Padkovich belted his 4th home run of the season, but Salt Lake lost to Oklahoma 14-8 last night. A roller pass first, foul. Stacia pulled that pitch. And it's still 1-2. A new batch of baseballs hustled out to the plate umpire by Colonel Batboy John. AA Arkansas lost to Springfield in a slugfest 11-10 last night. Stacia takes an Uncle Charlie high, ball 2. Former Kernel catcher Bobby Wilson belted a home run, had 3 RBIs in Arkansas's 11-10 loss to Springfield. Breaking pitch high and outside, and it's a full count now to Stacia. Rancho Cucamonga also lost as Inland Empire beat the Quakes 4-2. Former Kernel catcher Ben Johnson hit a home run in the losing effort. There's ball 4, low and outside. What a great at-bat for Heinle Stacia as he took ball 4 down and away. 1 on, 2 out. Now Flint Whipke will bat. The cleanup batter, Whipke, hitting .265. Flint's a right-handed batter with a home run and 12 RBIs. Angel 38th round pick last year out of Georgia Southern University. Flint last year hit .295 for Orem in 28 games. Flint Whipke on this bright, sunshiny, 67-degree Sunday afternoon bats in the first inning, and ball 1 high and away from Jeff Gray, the right-hander. Kane County's defense has been very good this season. They've only made 41 errors in 42 games. Anytime your team has less errors than games played, you have very good defense. A throw to first, and Stacia dives back safely, hand first. 2 away. Heinle Stacia at first, having drawn a 2-out walk. Flint Whipke, the batter for the Kernels. Flint lives in Gainesville, Florida. A throw to first, and Stacia scrambles back in again ahead of the tag by Steve Clean. Clean spells his last name K-L-E-E-N. He's a right-handed throwing first baseman. Is Heinle running? No. And a fastball over but high, a borderline pitch, and it's 2-0 to Flint. They just keep streaming on to the Randy Keel Confidence Picnic Pavilion in left field, those great folks from Metco Credit Union. Whipke takes a strike on the outside edge. Kernels in their white home uniforms with red numbers trimmed in black, red socks. The Kernels this afternoon are sporting their navy blue caps with red bills. The batting helmets are all red. Whipke uses a black lacquer bat, waits as Stacia draws the throw, and Heinle's back standing up. Above the Colonel dugout on the Miller Mezzanine Terrace, a group from Mercy Medical Center's maintenance department. Mercy Medical Center's maintenance department looking on above the Colonel first base dugout. Here's the 2-1 to Whipkey. The runner goes. Swing and a miss. The throw to second. Heinley is tagged out on a head-first slide by the second baseman, Frank Martinez. Frank Martinez throws out, or tags out, Flint Whipkey. Raul Padron threw out the Colonel would-be base stealer, Flint Whipkey. No runs for the Colonels in the first. No hits. A 2-out walk drawn by Stacia. And nobody left for the Colonels. Back to the hill, Stephen Merrick. After one inning, Kernels and Cougars, no score. You're enjoying Colonel Baseball on the Colonel Radio Network.
Get ready for summer and beat high gas prices with a pre-owned vehicle from Randy Keel Honda. Their inventory is jam-packed with fuel-efficient vehicles designed to save you money. Get an economical sedan for your daily commute, or indulge your sporty side with a high-performance coupe. Randy Keel Honda carries a large selection of Honda certified pre-owned vehicles backed by a 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty and 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Need to haul the entire family? For a limited time, you can get special financing on Honda certified pre-owned Odyssey. Whatever your driving needs, Randy Keel Honda has the vehicle for you. Visit Randy Keel Honda on Centerpoint Road Northeast or online at randykeel.com. Randy Keel Honda, where they treat you right.
Hy-Vee, the most respected and recognized brand name in our entire great state. Your Cedar Rapids and Marion Hy-Vee's value the vital role professional baseball plays in our community's fabric. Our treasured tradition of affordable, wholesome entertainment that brings families, friends, work colleagues, and customers together for lifelong memories. Your Cedar Rapids and Marion Hy-Vee's are proud to support the best thing going in eastern Iowa, the wonder of Kernels baseball.
Jose Pineda, who made a spectacular catch to rob Dallas Morris of an extra base hit in last night's 4-0 Cougar win. That catch came in the 7th inning. Will lead off for the Cougars here in the second. No score. Jose Pineda played in 76 games for Kane County last year, and he clubbed 6 homers and drove in 43 runs in those 76 games. He hit .255. This year, Pineda's batting .243, 3 home runs, 14 RBIs. Right-handed batter, Stephen Merrick's first pitch is a strike at the knees. It's been our pleasure and really a wonderful world into the look of baseball with Nelson Mendoza and his wife Angelina visiting this week to see son Tommy. Here's a broken bat nubber right back to Stephen Merrick. Merrick lobs to first to get Jose Pineda 1 out here in the second inning. Nelson Mendoza told us that his heart was in 2 places during this trip, here to see his son Tommy and also down in Sarasota, Florida for the Florida State Baseball Championship. And Nelson Mendoza, some great news about the team that you coach.
Well, that's a great news. Last night they won the state champion after 20 years. I say congratulations to all the teammates. Todd Toffin, Chuck Limus, tremendous job of the pitching staff. Guys, I love you. I'll see you soon, and congratulations.
Monsignor Pace High School in Hialeah beat Jacksonville in Sarasota, Florida. Here's Isaac Omura from the University of Hawaii fouling one straight back, and he's in the hole 0-2. Isaac Omura walked with 1 out in the 4th last night. He was 0 for 3. He's a left-handed hitter in 9 games. He's batting .217. Stephen Merrick's 0-2 is looped foul off to the left. Nelson Mendoza, because you know baseball so well, why do some pitchers like Stephen Merrick choose to not thrust their arms above their head, let's say like Nick Adenhart does? Merrick brings his hands from his midsection and then up to his chin and then pitches a backdoor curve. Is he just more comfortable that way?
Yeah, well, I think the pitching coach, whatever you feel comfortable, release the balls, that's what the pitcher take average, Some pitches go all the way back. Thomas go to halfway, and this guy go, about to the top.
Yes, to the chest level or chin level. The 2-2 now to Isaac Omura. High, ball 3. Stephen Merrick wearing a red sleeve shirt underneath his Kernel Road, or home top rather, has run the count full after being ahead of the DH, Isaac O'Murra, left-handed batter. Isaac does not wear batting gloves. Ooh, a borderline pitch, ball 4 outside. So Merrick, after being ahead 0-2, walks the 217 hitter. 1 on, 1 out for Kane County here in the second for Steve Clean. Nelson Mendoza, your supervisor down in Hialeah, Florida, gave you and Angelino some good news. You can extend your stay here in Cedar Rapids. And
yes, I'm very happy about that. I talked to my school and they said, no problem, stay there. I mean, whatever you see, tell me. And I want to say something, John. Thank you for everything, the opportunity that you gave this to me. You're always on my heart. You guys tremendous here in Cedar Rapids, the fans, the staff. I said I love you, and name of me and my wife. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome, Nelson. Stay here for just a couple more moments, at least, as the pitch is low. Nelson, you have a vast knowledge of baseball, and you are familiar with a guy who made headlines last year. The Angels somehow got Kendry Morales out of Cuba, or perhaps he got himself out. The Angels signed him. Here's the 2-0. Strike at the knees, a fastball, and a throw to first. O'Murra gets back. No score, top of the second. 1 on, 1 out for Kane County. Kendry Morales is a switch hitter from Cuba, and he's playing at AAA.
Yes, he's playing at Cedar Lake right now. He's tremendous hitter, tremendous powers, both sides.
And you think he'll be in the big leagues soon?
I would say that, I mean, if you don't see it a couple of days this year, next year, he's knocked the door.
He'll be ready.
He's got to be ready. He's needed just a couple of things. He's tremendous guys, tremendous power, like I said before. Good kid.
Good. Strike 2 at the knees to Steve Clean, the right-handed batter. 1 on, 1 out. Merrick comes set, the 2-2. Breaking pitch hammered into left center. Brad Kuhn will cut it off and keep Isaac O'Murra from going to third. And Steve Clean waited on that Stephen Merrick curveball. It hung up a little bit for him, and Clean stroked it hard into center. First and second, 1 out, and Raul Padron, the batter. Nelson, you have a very interesting story how under Jimmy Carter's leadership as our president, your father was a political dissident who had been jailed by Castro's dictatorial regime. Tell our listeners the deal that Jimmy Carter struck with Castro that allowed your family to come here.
Well, my dad is in jail for 18 years, and one of those days that we visited to him, and they said, hey, are you ready to go to the United States? And we're ready right now. So they said, you're freedom if you go to the United States, and I'm here. I'm proud of this country. I love this country. My son served for 3 years in the Army, and like I said, I love this country.
Here's a high pop foul, straight back. Yes, Tommy Mendoza's older brother, your oldest son, served in Kuwait.
Yes.
You should be proud of that, Nelson.
I'm very proud of it.
Raul Padron, a 197 left-handed hitting catcher, didn't play last night. Padron is batting with 1 out, and O'Murra at second, Clean at first for the Cougars, no score. Padron is from Venezuela. He was an all-star as a Cougar last year. And a fastball just misses outside. We're now starting to see some of the Oakland A philosophy in Game 2 of this series. Oakland, Nelson, you're probably familiar. They believe in on-base percentage, and they instruct their minor league hitters to take a lot of pitches.
Yes.
That's the Oakland way.
Yes. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. It depends how the ball club's doing, how the coach thinks is better for the club, you know.
That's right. Whereas the Angels believe in a much more free swinging.
Swing the ball.
Yes. As epitomized by Vladimir Guerrero, the MVP 2 years ago for the Angels. Padron is even on the count 1-1. Stephen Merrick would love a pop-up double player strikeout. Change-up and a swing and a miss. Nelson, he left the change-up high up in the zone, which is dangerous, but it was outside.
Yeah, it's dangerous. Sometimes when you put your changes up, you got to hit the ball pretty hard.
Now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Raul Padron. He drove in 57 runs last year for Kane County and hit 6 home runs, yet he's back here with the Cougars. Raul tips it foul, and it was dropped by Brett Martinez. Brett just couldn't hold it. Tough play for a catcher. Raul steps out, tightens up his batting gloves. He's using a black lacquer bat. Kane County is 7th in the league with 20 home runs. The Kernels are 4th in the league with 26 home runs. Padron with an open stance. Waits for the next pitch from Stephen Merrick with 2 on and 1 out. And swings and misses. Strike 3. Stephen Merrick records his second strikeout of the afternoon. 2 away for the number 9 hitter, Justin Sellers. Sellers, a shortstop, was 2 for 4 last night. He started Kane County's 2-run 7th with a 1-out single, and then he homered, leading off the 9th inning. Sellers was signed as a free agent by the A's, or checked out. He was signed out of high school. He was a 6th-round pick by Oakland last year. He's only 160 pounds, and he takes a strike called on the outside corner. Yes, we noted last night that his gray road trousers look more like pajama pants. They are oversized, brother. The guy who I remember making that a Vogue fashion statement was Derek Bell of the Pirates. Swing and a miss, a throw to second, and the throw by Martinez sailed, and Larry Infante made no tag on Isaac O'Mura. Now, Stephen Merrick's ahead of the number 9 hitter 0-2. Nelson Mendoza, as a pitching expert, do you come after the number 9 hitter, or do you try to get him to chase a pitch?
No, I try to go to the 9 hitter, then the pitcher for the next inning. You got 1 more out.
Oh.
You got it working hard right here.
Yes.
Try to make us how you got.
The 0-2.
There we go.
Lifted in the air to left. Stantrell Smith in his tracks, waits, and has it. Justin Sellers flies to left, and that ends the Cougars' second inning. No runs for Kane County, a walk, 1 hit, no Colonel errors. The Cougars leave a pair, and they've stranded 3.
Well, John, I would take more time again. Thank you for all the opportunities. You are tremendous guys. We love you. We love you in Miami. And I mean, nothing to say to you. You're a tremendous guy.
Thank you very much, and I hope that, remember, you're here till Tuesday to see Tommy, and anything we can do to work with you. We love having you on the air because of your love.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Tuesday I'm going to be sitting next to home plate.
Good, that's great.
And I want to watch him throw.
Sure, that's great.
All right, so...
well, thank you, Nelson. You bet. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Cedar Rapids.
You bet. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. Kernels and Cougars. This is Kernel Baseball on the Kernel Radio Network.
Smelly cat, smelly cat. What are they saying to you?
What are you playing, Nigel?
Well, I was just trading places with Phoebe from Friends. She's so funny. She's wicked.
Cool. You know, Sierra Mist and TBS had their Trade Places with the Funniest Faces sweepstakes, where you can really trade places with your favorite characters and win the ultimate sitcom getaway. Yeah, just go to tbs.com to enter. You can win the Friends, Ross and Rachel honeymoon trip to Vegas. There's also a trip to see where the Seinfeld gang hung out in New York City, or an Everybody Loves Raymond trip to a golf resort in California.
The Trade Places with the Funniest Faces sweepstakes. Just watch Friends on TBS and enter at tbs.com. Brought to you by Sierra Mist. It's that refreshing.
Refreshingly wicked!
No purchase necessary. Internet access required. Subject to official rules at tbs.com. Open to legal residents of the continental U.S. 18 or older. Void where prohibited. Ends 5/16/06.
Service second to none. South Slow Cooperative. We're here for your communication needs. Internet service, telephone, and TV. As a cooperative telephone company, our members are owners. We make a good team. Service second to none. South Slope Cooperative Communications.
Flint Whipke was at the plate when Hindley Stacia was caught trying to steal second to end the Colonel first, and ball one is low from right-hander Jeff Gray to Flint Whipke. No score. We're in the bottom of the second inning. The Colonels trying to even their series with the division-leading Cougars at a game apiece. Tomorrow, it's a $1 hot dog Monday. Hot dogs are only $1 tomorrow, and the game starts at 6:30. The gates open at 5:30. Come on out tomorrow evening and enjoy $1 hot dogs. Flint Whipke on a 2-0 pitch, hammers it to deep center. Drifting back, Mike Massaro. He's away back in center field and makes the catch. Flint hit it high and deep to center, but well in front of the 403 sign. Flint's drive was caught by Mike Massaro. One away here in the Colonel's second inning. No score, and the batter is Brett Martinez. Brett, a right-handed hitter, 1 for 3 last night. He's hitting .237. No homers, 12 RBIs for Martinez. Ball 1 downstairs from Jeff Gray. Former Colonel Rafael Rodriguez will pitch tonight in Little Rock against the Springfield Cardinals. Rafi's 0-2. A ground ball foul past third, and it's 1-1 on Brett Martinez. Brett steps out, uses a black bat, right-handed hitter with a slightly open stance. Brett holds his hands far away from his body and lays off a Jeff Gray breaking pitch, low and away, ball 2. The 2-1 is a strike on the outside corner, a fastball. The Colonel team batting average, .249. Tied for 10th in the 14-team Midwest League. Kane County's right-hander on the 2-2 delivers strike 3 called. Brett Martinez is called out on strikes, a fastball on the outside corner at the knees. 2 gone in the Colonel's second inning. No score. And the batter is Dallas Morris. Kane County's catcher, Raul Padron, is wearing a black chest protector, black shin guards, and a black batting helmet. Dallas Morris, robbed of an extra base hit by right fielder Jose Pineda, leading off the 7th inning last night. Dallas was 0 for 4. He's batting .226. And he hits one in the air to deep left center. Going back is Nick Blasey. Nick is there and has it. Nick Blasey had to go far to his left to one-hand that drive off the bat of Dallas Morris. The Colonels go quickly and in order in the home half of the second. We're expecting a visit from College Community's Susie. She should be here with her husband in the 3rd inning. After 2, Colonels 0, Cougars 0. Colonels 0, Cougars 0. You're enjoying Colonel Baseball on the Colonel Radio Network.
Reading stimulates a child's imagination, increases their mastery of subject matter, improves their spelling and vocabulary, and opens up new worlds of discovery. That's why Toyota Financial Services, the Gazette, and the Kernels are teaming up to encourage elementary students throughout the community to read. Kernels players will visit 38 elementary schools this spring to talk with students about the benefits of reading. Girls and boys will then be rewarded with nifty prizes for achieving reading milestones. Toyota Financial Services, the Gazette, and the Kernels, proud to stand behind our community's youth through reading.
Next up, a musical taste of Dr. Pepper. It's a new spin on an old vibe from me to you. A tasty sip of Dr. Pepper for your ears, and it starts like this.
I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper, wouldn't you like to be?
Now that's cool, but pepper tastes a little better. So let's slide in a taste of this.
I'm a pepper,
right on. But there's still more to it. I mean, there's nothing like it, because every sip is a kick and mash up of 23 different flavors. So for the true taste of Dr. Pepper, we dial it up even more. You know it. With 23 flavors mixed into one bold taste, every sip is a cool mix of music to your mouth. Dr. Pepper, there's more to it.
Here we go to the top of the 3rd inning. No score. Stephen Merrick pitched around a leadoff single by Mike Massaro in the 1st, and then surrendered a 1-out walk and a single in the 2nd, but was able to keep the Cougars off the board. Mike Massaro lined a single into left in the top of the 3rd inning. Or top of the 1st inning. He's batting here in the top of the 3rd. Massaro, a left-handed hitter. And a strike is in on the outside corner from right-hander Stephen Merrick. Merrick's numbers are very, very impressive this year, along with his 4-1 record and 2.2. Here's a line drive into left field, a base hit for Mike Massaro. Santrell Smith fumbles it, but gets it back into the cutoff man, shortstop Heinley Stacia. Mike Massaro's 2 for 2. Massaro lined a single over the head of shortstop Heinley Stacia into left. And I think Susie is here from College Community. Well, we'll see in just a moment. Nick Blasey, B-L-A-S-I, laid a sacrifice bunt down in the first inning. Nick batting with the go-ahead run at first. Nobody out here in the top of the third. Mike Massaro, 4 for 10 in stolen base attempts, draws a throw, and he's back head first. Stephen Merrick has allowed just 36 hits in 48 innings. Stephen has spanned 42 in 48 innings, walked only 12 in 48 innings. Nick Blasey bunts, and Merrick will pick it up, look at second, throw to first just in time for the out. A second sacrifice by Nick Blasey. This bunt was harder than the one in the first inning. Stephen Merrick had a chance to throw to second, but thought better of it. The bunt had all sorts of spin on it, and I think that probably affected Merrick's decision to take the sure out at first. So this inning taking on the same shape as the first inning, a leadoff single by the leadoff man Massaro, and then Nick Blasey bunts him to second successfully, bringing up switch hitter Frank Martinez. And a breaking pitch, a beauty at the knees, a strike called. Frank didn't play last night. He stands straight away from the left side, wears a pair of Oakland Athletic green sweatbands. And he fouls one off to the left above the grass slope seating berm, parallel to the left field line. Where does he wear the sweatbands? Well, I'll qualify it by saying his wrists. That's because some guys wear a sweatband around their head. A lot of basketball players do that. Martinez is in the hole 0-2. Merrick set above the belt, delivers low, a changeup. Blocked by Brett Martinez, the Colonel catcher. Good-sized crowd here on this beautiful Sunday. The sun is not as bright as it was in the first inning, and it's not a factor on the field right now. In other words, nobody's going to lose a pop-up or fly ball in the sun right now. A high pop-up, drifting into fair ground. Brett Martinez can't handle it. That ball should have been caught halfway up the first baseline. Martinez and Trumbo and the pitcher let it fall. Ooh, brother. Down to staying at second is Mike Massaro. That is very poor communication between Merrick, Martinez, and Trumbo. Brett Martinez went a third of the way up the first base line with his back to home plate. Very difficult chance, and that'll likely be an error charged to the Colonel catcher. I thought Mark Trumbo, here's a high drive into deep right, but going back is Madison Edwards in front of the track. Madison has it, tagging at second and holding on a very fine throw from Madison Edwards into cutoff man Larry Infante. Holding at second, Mike Massaro. Jeff Baisley hit a high deep drive to the edge of the warning track and right, and it was caught by Madison Edwards. They haven't ruled on that dropped pop-up to the right of home plate by Brett Martinez, and now they give Frank Martinez a gift single. Frank Martinez has been given a gift single. I thought either Merrick or Trumbo should have called off Brett Martinez. It's a very difficult play for a catcher to go halfway, a third to halfway up the first base line and try to catch a ball with his back to home plate. Stephen Merrick misses low to Jose Pineda, ball one. 2 on, 2 out for Kane County here in the top of the third inning. No score. And I understand Al Grewell not charging Brett Martinez with an error because it was such a difficult play for Brett. My point of view is that Stephen Merrick, the pitcher, or Mark Trumbo should have called off Martinez and made the catch. A curve is a strike, and it's a 1-1 count now to Jose Pineda. Tall right-handed batter who broke his bat and rolled out to the pitcher, or bounced out to Stephen Merrick, his first time up, leading off the second inning. Fastball, strike, 2 called at the knees on the outside corner. Massaro at second, Frank Martinez at first. The 1-2. Over but low, a fastball. Now Stephen has his sign. 2-2 is a curve, and that one's lifted foul up onto the Miller Mezzanine Terrace above the Colonel first base dugout. The Miller Mezzanine Terrace will be open for the series and homestand finale, the noon game on Tuesday. And you can enjoy the action from the best vantage point at Veterans Memorial Stadium, the Miller Mezzanine Terrace. The gates open at 11 on Tuesday. Oh, Pineda just gets a piece of one and tips it foul behind the plate to remain even on the count, 2-2. Jose is a .243 hitter with 3 home runs, 14 driven in. Merrick delivers and a high fly ball into right, pretty deep in front of the warning track, down the line. Madison Edwards makes the play. Jose Pineda flies out to deep right down the line. Stephen Merrick pitches around a single and a misplay that was ruled a single and keeps the Cougars from scoring here in the third inning. No runs for Kane County, 2 hits, no Colonel errors. The Cougars leave a pair, they've stranded 5. We go to the bottom of the third inning here on this lovely Sunday afternoon, and it's the Kernels nothing, Kane County nothing. You're enjoying Colonel Baseball on the Colonel Radio Network.
Who's that cool cooking man? King of the grill, who's your patio?
It's time for Clement's Great Grill Challenge. If someone asks you, what's cooking, Daddy-O, tell them Clement's is always lean and juicy. The other guys have more fat, more flare-ups, and shrinking taste. Avoid unnecessary flare-ups. Never substitute fat for flavor. Always grill Clement's. King of the grill, man. Grill's hot, he's cool. Who's your patio?
If your spring planting has been delayed by all of our uncertain weather, you can get started now with your spring planting by visiting Peck's Flower Shop and Garden Center for the very best plant selection and all the expert advice you'll need to make your plants grow their very best. Visit Peck's. The greenhouses at Peck's are bursting with colors, gorgeous hanging baskets, rose bushes, patio plants, and blooming annual plants. Peck's has the newest best bloomers for sunny and shady areas, and the best producing tomato, vegetable, and herb plants. If your spring planting includes new landscaping, contact Peck's for an estimate. Choose your landscaping plants and trees from Peck's acres of expertly cared for trees, shrubs, evergreens, and perennial plants. Visit Peck's Flower Shop and Garden Center, where Peck's knowledgeable staff is ready to answer your plant and gardening questions. Peck's, they're open till 5 this afternoon at the corner of Blair's Ferry and Edgewood Road Northeast. Stan Trell Smith was our guest on the South Slope Communications Triple Play Show. First pitch swinging, he pops one into shallow right. The second baseman out, and a good 60 feet into shallow right. It's caught by Frank Martinez. Stan Trell Smith, first pitch swinging, has popped out to shallow right. The second baseman made the play. 1 out on 1 pitch here in the third inning. Kernels nothing, Kane County nothing. Stan Trell Smith, batting .300 in 11 games, made a bid for a Texas League single, but it was caught in shallow right by Frank Martinez, the second baseman. Mark Trumbo, the batter. And a strike is in, a fastball on the inside corner to the Colonel number 8 hitter. Mark is batting .175. He's belted 5 home runs and driven in 17 on the year. There's a fastball just inside. It's 1-1. Blasey in left, Massaro in center, Pineda in right. They are playing straight away for Trumbo. And a ball downstairs to Mark. Mark Trumbo, nothing for 3 last night. 6'4", 225-pound power hitter. And he squirts it to the right side. The second baseman Martinez gloves it and on to first for the second out of the inning. The Kernels are looking for their first hit against right-hander Jeff Gray. This is a fella, Gray, who in 30 innings has given up 39 hits, struck out 27 batters in 30 innings, walked 8, and the league is hitting .317 against Jeff Gray, 24-year-old right-hander. Larry Infante, a 143 average in 18 games, hits it in the air to shallow right. Coming on, Jose Pineda. He dives! Can't get it! And Larry Infante will try for 2. The throw to second offline. Down the line and left. Infante will race to third. Bobby Magallanes is going to wave him home. The throw to the plate. Cut off. Throw to the plate. Larry Infante. Safe! 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 Big argument. Big argument at the plate. Larry Infante has rounded the bases on a shallow fly ball to right field. Larry Infante scored to make it 1-0 Kernels. Adam Nakula, the Kane County skipper, all over the plate umpire. Larry Infante with the head-first slide makes it all the way home. 1-0 Kernels. Larry Infante has scored on what will be ruled a double and a 2-base throwing error on the right fielder, Jose Pineda. Infante scores on a little Texas League clunker into shallow right. As Pineda dove and missed it, Larry raced to second. The throw got by the cutoff man and went down into the Kane County bullpen. It was chased by the left fielder, Nick Blasey. He hit the cutoff man, Jeff Baisley, the third baseman. The throw to Raul Padron, and I mean it was a bang-bang play at the plate, and Larry Infante got his hand underneath the tag of Padron. Aaron Nakula came storming out of the Kane County third base dugout, all over the independent umpire. And Larry Infante scores to make it 1-0. Now there's a case where here's a base hit into right by Brad Kuhn. 99% of managers and third base coaches would have held Larry Infante at third. And the Angels and the Kernels have come under a lot of scrutiny, and in many cases, lots of criticism for the assertive style of base running that our ball club uses. That time it paid off. That time it paid off. I'm telling you, Bobby Magallanes took a big risk in sending Larry Infante racing around third. And had he been thrown out, yes, we would have heard those same skeptics criticizing Bobby and the Angels. But he scored. Now all we ask is that those critics and skeptics give Bobby and the Angels their due. Because when you live by the sword, you die by the sword, and we've died by the sword a lot. But we've also lived by the sword quite a bit. So there's a case where some would call it reckless, almost flippant base running style helps the Kernels. Brad Kuhn then singled into right. He draws a throw, and he's back safely. 1-0 Kernels. Again, Infante credited with a double and a 2-base throwing error by Jose Pineda. Here's Madison Edwards waiting for the first pitch from Jeff Gray. A throw to first, and Kuhn back standing up. Bobby Magallanes decided as soon as he saw the throw go into the Kane County left field bullpen, he was going to send Larry Infante. Jeff Baisley, the third base cutoff man, looked shocked when he got the ball, and there was Infante racing to the plate. A pitch out taken for ball one by Madison Edwards. We're expecting Susie from College Community, and she may be here a little later. We'll see. But what an exciting play as Larry Infante scored a head-first slide, and I know why the Kane County skipper Aaron Nakula was upset. It was a very close play, but I thought Larry was safe by an eyelash. The 1-0, and the hurler instead steps off the rubber. 1-0 Kernels here in the bottom of the third inning. On-field hostess Carla Davis is down below with her two little girls, Christina and Haley, in their prairie orange shirts. There's a strike to Madison on the outside corner. In fact, Haley and Christina are hitting up their father for some money for concessions. Kirby is down below, ready to conduct the solid waste and recycling services recycling shuttle relay. Madison Edwards corks one in the air down the right or left field line and is in the hole 1 and 2. I'm still all revved up about Larry Infante scoring all the way. Coast to coast, plate to plate, however you want to put it, on his double dumped in front of the right fielder, Jose Pineda. Kuhn draws a throw, and Brad is back standing up. He almost tripped over the bag, and Steve Kleen winces at the base umpire. Kleen thought they had Brad Kuhn picked off. I opened the Gazette yesterday, and there was a section in it on recycling, and Kirby was on the front. A pitch out, and Kuhn is not running. It's a 2-2 count now to Madison Edwards. Here in the bottom of the third inning. We're nearing the top of the hour, and you're listening to Colonel Baseball on ESPN Radio 1600. KCRG, Cedar Rapids. Madison Edwards. As the catcher sets up outside, Madison waits, and the hurler, Jeff Gray, steps off. Some lady down below yells, "Throw the ball." Sonia Massey, Colonel Assistant, has shown me a picture of a little girl here today that's already earned her Toyota Financial Services Gazette, Culver's Frozen Custard and Butterburger, Bloomsbury Farm, 750-minute reward for reading 750 minutes. She brought the lunchbox to the ballpark. There goes Kuhn, and a swing and a miss by Madison Edwards. Kuhn is diving into second, but it doesn't matter because Madison Edwards strikes out to end the third inning. 1 run for the Kernels on 1 hit, 1 Cougar error, their second of the day. Check that. Yes, their first of the day. And the Kernels leave 1 man aboard, our first stranded today. As we head to the top of the 4th inning, Kernels 1, Cougars nothing. You're tuned to Colonel Baseball on the Kernel Radio Network.
The summer heat can be so oppressive unless you can keep your cool. Who do you call when your cooling system fails? Call on the A-Team at Ahern Plumbing and Heating. The A-Team can inspect and ensure that your cooling system is good to go when you need it most. 24 hours a day, rely on the A-Team from Ahern Plumbing and Heating. Call 393-4872. 393-4872 for Ahern Plumbing and Heating.
Advanced Systems, the leader in office technology, is like a great baseball coach when it comes to office productivity. Advanced Systems makes the most of your team. They do it with the latest technology for office productivity from Canon. They're also like a great trainer. Advanced Systems' advanced life support makes sure your office equipment runs at peak levels and fixes it fast if things go wrong. Hit it over the fence with Canon technology from Advanced Systems. Call 832-8291.
This is for the 21st century with Advanced Systems.
Coffee works when it's important to you. Coffee works, let your work shine through. Quality coffee, we do it for less. Don't settle for second best. Coffee works, computer center. Coffee works, we do it better when you think of coffee. Think of Coffee Works. Coffee works, coffee works.
Stephen Merrick has a 1-run lead with which to work. 1-0 Kernels as we go to the top of the 4th inning.
Leading off, number 6, designated hitter, Isaac O'Meara.
The DH Isaac O'Meara, left-handed batter, is up for the Cougars. Isaac drew a walk his first time up, and he skies one to deep center. Brad Kuhn misjudged it. Now Brad goes back and has it. Isaac O'Meara got much better wood on that first pitch to open up the 4th than Brad Kuhn thought he did. Brad cut in broke in, then had to race back, and he made the catch in left center field for the first out here in the 4th inning. Steve Kane at the plate. Steve singled his first time up. 1-0 Kernels. Cougars about hit us 4-2. Isaac O'Meara from the University of Hawaii is flown out to center. A beautiful changeup is a strike call to Steve Kane. 276 batter, 1 homer, 14 RBIs. Kane stands straight away from the right side. He's a tall, trim athlete, and he smokes the 0-1 pitch foul straight back, strike 2. We'll have our Springhouse trivia question for you in the top of the 6th inning. All that interleague play to report on as this game progresses. 67 degrees here at the ballpark. Kane on a curve, laces it into right for a base hit. Madison Edwards fields it on 1 hop. Steve Kane is 2 for 2. And the Cougars have their 5th hit of the day off Stephen Merrick. Raul Padron, a 197 batter, no homers, 11 RBIs. Struck out in the 2nd inning. Tyne run it first for the Cougars as the sun is shining brightly again. A breathtaking, distinct mowing pattern here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. The Kernel Award-winning grounds crew, Midwest League Grounds Crew of the Year, headed by Jesse Rader, has mowed vertical stripes on the infield and outfield. Padron bounces it to first. Trumbo steps on the bag, throws to second, not in time. A tag by Heinle Stacia, and sliding in was Steve Kane, and he's at second with 2 out. Mark Trumbo, on a ground ball right to him, took the sure out at first, stepped on the bag, then threw to second, not in time to get Steve Kane. Some might question why didn't Trumbo throw to second to begin with, and that's just an instinct play. Mark felt that the play was right next to him and thought he had a pretty decent chance of stepping on first, throwing to second for the double play. That was not the case. Now Justin Sellers, the number 9 hitter, fouls the first pitch straight back, strike 1. Sellers, a 243 hitter, 2 homers, 21 RBIs. Justin is only 20 years old. He homered last night. It was his 2nd of the year. He has 21 RBIs, batting .243. Breaking pitch, and that one is knuckled foul up into the sweeps to our right. Strike 2 now to Sellers. Top of the 4th inning, Kane County has the tying run at second with 2 out. And Stephen Merrick looking in to get his sign on this 0-2 count. Fastball upstairs for ball 1. Sellers with Vancouver last year in his rookie year of pro ball hit .274 in 47 games, no homers, 13 RBIs. Justin is minute. He's 5'10", 160. Waiting for the 1-2 offering from Kernel 22-year-old Stephen Merrick. It's upstairs, a fastball, 2-2. Aaron Nakula, the first-year skipper of the Western Division leading Cougars, is standing so far from the third baseline. He's closer to the Kane County dugout railing than he is the third base line. He's almost on the warning track material as Aaron Nakula. Merrick checks the tying run at second clean and misses upstairs. Ball 3 to Justin Sellers. Two out. Kane County has the tying run at second here in the 4th inning. Sellers fouls it high in the air over the backstop, and the count remains full to the number 9 hitter. Good-sized crowd here this afternoon. We had over 2,900 for our first fireworks show of the year last night. Stephen Merrick is set. Pitch payoff pitch, and this one is fouled onto the grandstand roof behind the plate. Sun shining brightly here. Kernels playing the 6th game of an 8-game homestand with a record of 2-3. Leading here in the 4th, 1-0. Another payoff delivery from Merrick headed home. Curve and a swing and a miss. Stephen Merrick strikes out Justin Sellers with a sharp breaking pitch, and the Cougars leave the tying run at second here in the 4th inning. Stephen Merrick with a big strikeout, his 3rd of the afternoon. No runs for the Cougars in the 4th. 1 hit. There were no Kernel errors. Kane County leaves another man aboard. They've left 6 runners in 4 innings. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning on this lovely Sunday afternoon. The Kernels hold a 1-0 lead over Kane County. This is Kernel Baseball on the Kernel Radio Network.
Fairfax State Savings Bank is paying you to come to the ballpark every Wednesday this season. You heard right. Fairfax State Savings Bank is paying you to come to Veterans Memorial Stadium every Wednesday this season. The first 750 of you Kernel fans to enter the gates before Wednesday's home game will receive an envelope full of money inside from Fairfax State Savings Bank. Each of those 750 envelopes will contain a greenback up to a $100 bill. Fairfax State Savings Bank, free money Wednesdays. Come early to line your pocket with cash.
Meet Jim. When it's nice out, he spends weekends in his yard trying to kill weeds.
Gotcha.
Meet Dave. He spends weekends on the green. That's because Greg's Lawn Service takes care of his lawn. Mowing, fertilizing, pruning, and, weed control. Greg does the big jobs, too. Landscaping, retaining walls, curb edging, and patios. So when you've had enough of those little devils...
Aha! Yes!
Call 393-0101. Greg's Lawn Service, a cut above the rest.
Hi, I'm Tanya Sedlock, your local Pekin insurance agent at Andrews Insurance here in Cedar Rapids. We all know how quickly life can change. You buy a new car or a new home. Your family's blessed with a new baby. Your teenager starts driving the family car. I'm here to help with a complete line of insurance plans to give you protection when you need it the most. Pekin Insurance has been in business of insuring people for 85 years. I'm here to put your interests first. Please visit me, Tanya Sedlock, at the Andrews Agency.
1-0 Kernels as Jeff Gray delivers a strike, a changeup to Heinley Stacia leading off here in the 4th inning. Now a breaking pitch, and Heinley lofts it into right. Coming on to make the play, Jose Pineda. Heinley Stacia walked and was thrown out trying to steal second in the 1st. He flies out to right here in the 4th inning, 1 away. That brings up the cleanup batter, D.H. Flint Whipke. Flint flew out to deep center, leading off the 2nd inning. We have a couple of finals on the State Farm Major League scoreboard before we welcome in Susie from Prairie College Community. The State Farm Major League scoreboard brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Dale Thompson, Gary Schubat, Al Shetler, and Dale Thompson, Gary Schubat, Brad Dunn, and Al Shetler. Flint Whipke corks one foul past 3rd, strike 1. Detroit continues to amaze the baseball world. The Tigers blank the Reds 1-0 today at Comerica Park. The Devil Rays shut out the Marlins in St. Petersburg 3-0. In the Beltway battle, the Nationals derailed here's a slow roller foul up the 3rd baseline. The Nationals derailed the Orioles at RFK this afternoon 3-1. That's a final. They were in the 9th inning at Jacobs Field. The Pirates and Tribe tied 2-2. And at U.S. Cellular Field, the White Sox lead the Cubs, bottom of the 7th, 4-2. We'll have much more in just a little bit. Susie, thank you for coming up. You're in your Prairie Best orange and black, aren't you?
You bet.
Your black Prairie hat and your orange Prairie plaid shirt. This has become a great tradition at Veterans Memorial Stadium, and we want to thank you for helping bring all the kids and parents together at this busy time of year. Whipke fouls one back, and he's still in the hole 0-2. Susie, Prairie has such great spirit, and they're a community, or they're a district of doers, aren't they?
You bet we are. We have a very growing community right now. We're just past the bond issue. We're getting ready to build our 789 building, And
you're building a middle school.
Yes, we are, and we'll kind of relieve the overcrowding in all of the buildings that way. So, yeah, the current middle school right now is a 6, 7, 8. It will become a 5, 6, taking some of the 5th graders from all the buildings.
Yeah, that'll be a really good way to group the kids.
Yes, yeah, I think so too. We're really excited about it.
It's 2-2 now to Flint Whipkey. We go to Ying Chen School tomorrow morning to promote our 8th annual reading program, and Ying is at Prairie Ridge now.
Yes, she is. Yeah, she just took a position replacing Al Rowe, and so we've got a new principal for Prairie Ridge for next year.
Great.
Yeah, so she's going to be in charge of curriculum, and she'll do an awesome job.
Yes, she will.
Looking forward to that.
Ball 3 upstairs to Flint Whipkey. He was ahead, or he was in the hole 0-2. Now the payoff pitch. Stroked into the right field corner and tailing foul beyond the Papa John's Plaza bleacher section. Another thing I'm familiar with my association with Carla Davis, our on-field hostess, Susie, is that Prairie parents are very much involved in encouraging their children to do well in school.
Yes, we have a real high percentage of parents who show up for our parent conferences. And
Flint swings at a pitch in on his hands, didn't get it, strike 3, and that's the 3rd strikeout for Jeff Gray. 2 gone here in the Kernel 4th. Kernels lead it 1-0. Susie, you were continuing your thought about how good your parents are in the Prairie District.
Right. We have nearly 100% of parents that come for our conferences, and real good support for all of the students.
Boy, did the girls and boys do well at the state track meet.
Yes, they sure did.
Here's a breaking pitch, a strike call to Brett Martinez. I live in the Prairie District, Susie. I don't have children, but I live on the southwest side of Cedar Rapids on Queen Drive, and I see the buses every morning. Here's a towering pop-up, a tough play behind the plate for Raul Padron. He shades his eyes and has it. Raul Padron, right in front of the backstop, gloves the foul pop off the bat of his counterpart, catcher Brett Martinez, to end the Kernel 4th inning. The Kernels go in order in the bottom of the 4th inning. Susie is here from Prairie, and we're going to continue to chat with her about the great things that are going on in the College Community District, including their visit to the ballpark here today. After 4, Kernels lead Kane County 1-0. This is Kernel Baseball on the Kernel Radio Network.
There's a lot you can do to satisfy your taste for Italian. You can marry one. Do you, Susan, you can drive one. Or you can go to Zio Giano's and feast on Zio's homemade bread, pizzas, and pasta, authentically prepared as Zio Giano's famous Italian style. Zio Giano's for the hometown taste of Italy.
Come to Zio Giano's, the pasta makes you Zio. Come to Zio Giano's for real Italiano. Come to Zio Giano's, the pasta.
What do I get at Cost Cutters? Hey, my hair is my trademark. I gotta be able to count on a good cut and stuff to keep my hair looking thick, even if it's not.
I get a good cut, no long wait, a smile, and a little something left over in my wallet.
I get little trims that keep my hair long and healthy, and stuff to make it loose and curly one day, straight and sassy the next.
With expert stylists trained in the latest trends and techniques and your favorite professional styling and hair care products, you'll always get what you're looking for at Cost Cutters. At Cost Cutters, you can always count on convenient, affordable, professional care and products that help you create just the style you want. At Cost Cutters, you'll always get a little more.
What do I get at Cost Cutters? A swift, clean cut, great highlights, and a little wig from the hottest stylist I've ever seen.
What you're looking for, just yourself.
Top of the order for the Cougars, Mike Massaro, leading off for the 3rd time in this game. He singled to left in the 1st inning, was bunted to 2nd, and stranded. He singled to left, leading off the 3rd inning, was bunted to 2nd, and was left on. 1-0 Kernels in the 5th, and Stephen Merrick misses high with a fastball, ball 1. Susie is with us. She helped coordinate the Prairie College Community Day here at the ballpark, and here's a bouncer to first. Mark Trumbo has it on one hop, 3 steps to his left, and an easy unassisted putout for the Kernel first baseman, Mark Trumbo. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Susie Carla Davis and her husband Ron and their daughters Christina and Haley are part of a new building wave out by Kirkwood, right between Kirkwood and Prairie. And you were telling me that a lot of the communities that Prairie District serves have this building going on with new housing developments.
That's correct. We service Ely, which if you drive through Ely, you see several different housing developments. We service Walford, which has also got a lot of development going on. Fairfax, which has just grown immensely. I mean, they have had several new housing developments and continue to do that. Even the Cedar Rapids area that we service, the southwest side,
yes,
has got a lot of new development.
It sure does.
So Swisher, Shueyville, all those areas seem to be growing and growing, and we're just busting at the seams. So.
Well, you sure are with those 4 big elementary schools. Here's a swing and a miss on a 2-0 pitch. Nick Blasey has laid down 2 sacrifice bunts today. Right-handed hitter. Blasey lines it foul up into the sweets to our right, and the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nick Blasey. There's just an appeal, Susie, about returning to a simpler lifestyle, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why people are building in the outskirts of Iowa's second largest city, Cedar Rapids.
That's correct, yes. This gives you the best of both worlds. That way you've got the advantage of the big city, but you have that small town feeling too. So it is a good way of life for people, I think.
Nick Blasey swings at a pitch in on his hands, didn't get it, strike 3, and that's the 4th strikeout of the afternoon for Stephen Merrick, who has shut out Kane County through 4 2/3 innings, 1-0 Kernels. A good friend of ours is Donna Gwenup, and Donna is a terrific educator and media specialist at, I believe it's Prairie Heights?
Yeah, I think you're correct.
I always get Crest Ridge Heights and I can't think of the View mixed up, but Donna Gwenup has been a great supporter of our reading program.
Oh, yes.
Here's a foul straight back over Susie and our heads, and down below it goes.
I know that the schools really appreciate it when the Kernels come out. That's a great inspiration for those kids to have the ball team, the ball players come out and read with them, and that's been a real nice thing the Kernels have done.
Thank you, Susie. A 1-1 changeup dips low, and it's 2-1 to the switch hitter Frank Martinez. He reached on a high pop-up a third of the way up the first base line that none of the Kernels could catch his last time up. Here's a high pop-up to third. Dallas Morris, right on top of the base, has it. And it's a fair ball to end the inning. Frank Martinez pops out to third, and the top 3 in the Cougar order are retired 1-2-3-0 across for the first time today by 22-year-old Colonel right-hander Stephen Merrick. Susie's going to be with us for the bottom half of the 5th, and then we'll let her return to her family and her kids down below on College Community St. Joseph Schools Day here at the ballpark. After 4.5, the Kernels ahead of Kane County 1-0. You're enjoying Kernel Baseball on the Kernel Radio Network.
With spraying comes a sound we're all familiar with, lawnmowers. The Solid Waste and Recycling Department encourages you to mulch your grass this year, though, instead of bag. It's a practice known as grass cycling. Why grass cycling? Well, it saves time because you don't have to rake or bag your grass clippings. But it also saves money because those clippings contain essential nutrients, reducing your need for expensive fertilizers. Best of all, grass cycling helps to save landfill space. Do your part. Grass cycle. This message from the Solid Waste and Recycling Department.
If your spring planting season has been delayed by uncertain weather, you can get started now with a visit to Peck's Flower Shop and Garden Center for the very best plant selection and all the expert advice you'll need to make your plants grow their very best. Visit Peck's. The greenhouses at Peck's are bursting with colors, gorgeous hanging baskets, rose bushes, patio plants, and blooming annual plants. Peck's has the newest best bloomers for sunny and shady areas and the best producing tomato, vegetable, and herb plants. Visit Peck's Flower Shop and Garden Center, where Peck's knowledgeable staff is ready to answer your plant and gardening questions. Peck's Flower Shop and Garden Center, celebrating 50 years of growing with Eastern Iowa. Peck's is at the corner of Blair's Ferry and Edgewood Road Northeast, and they're open until 5 this afternoon. The sun is shining brightly, and the Kernels send Dallas Morris to the plate to lead off against Jeff Gray. And a curveball just misses low, ball 1 to Dallas Morris. Susie was talking to me between innings. She's our guest from College Community District about the ironic part of minor league baseball. You want to have a good team, and when your best players show that they can handle this level, they're promoted to the higher level, and you want them to be promoted, but as you were saying, Susie, then you kind of miss them.
Yeah, you sure. Yeah, that's for sure. It's really fun, though, to hear some of the familiar names that we've heard around here, the Howie Kendrick and Dallas McPherson, my favorite all-time ball player from the Kernels, but Tommy Murphy,
Mike
Napoli.
Yep.
I mean, boy, they're just doing great.
They sure are.
Yeah.
Ball 4 to Dallas Morris. Dallas draws a leadoff walk to open the Kernel 5th inning. Boy, Susie, you have been a long-time Kernel fan to name those guys, and even though the Angels lost last night to the Dodgers 8-4, I believe Dallas McPherson hit a couple of home runs.
Yeah, he's just awesome. When he was here, he became our favorite player. We even went out to Rancho Cucamonga and watched him play out there.
You did?
Yeah. So that was quite a kick. So.
Oh yes. Well, go ahead, Susan.
Well, he came out and talked to us, and
he remembered you.
Yeah.
Great.
And so now to see him playing with the Angels, it's just it's great.
Oh yes, it is. It makes it very gratifying to know that we played a small part in Dallas's career development.
That's for sure.
Stantrell Smith takes a strike called with Dallas Morris at first. Susie, I've never seen the Epicenter. That's the name of the Rancho Cucamonga Quake Stadium. Is it nice?
It is, but you know what? Our stadium's nice.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised because I thought it would be it's the next level that it would be nicer, but it's really not. I mean, it's adequate.
Yeah,
it's fine, but no. We have a stadium here that if people haven't come out to any ball games, they need to come out here because this is just amazing. We fell in love with it the first time we came out. I think we missed opening day because it got canceled because of rain, and so we started buying season tickets and coming down.
You're right. The very first game here was rained out. Governor Vilsack was here, and you've been coming ever since. A swing and a miss by Stantrell Smith, who popped out to second his first time up. Look out, a pitch inside, and Stantrell had to jackknife out of the way. Jeff Gray still ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bobby Magallanes is flashing signs to both the Kernel hitter Stantrell Smith and the runner at first, Dallas Morris. We're in the bottom of the 5th, 1-0 Kernels. Our Springhouse trivia question is looming on the horizon. We'll have that for you in the 6th inning. The 1-2 instead of throw to first, and Dallas Morris is back standing up. Your chance to earn a $5 gift certificate to the Springhouse is coming in the top of the 6th inning. Hopefully the Kernels can have a larger lead than they do now. It's 1-0. Stantrell is batting .300 in 11 games. He waits patiently and just got a piece of a pitch in on his hands. And the count remains 1-2 to Stantrell Smith. Well, Susie, I'm glad that you and your husband come out so often to know guys like Tommy Murphy and Dallas McPherson and Casey Kochman and Mike Napoli.
Brandon Wood.
Mike Vander, yes. Brandon Wood, yes.
Yeah. Well, we've kind of passed this on now. Our grandsons, we got twin grandsons that are down here almost every game too, and
You have twin grandsons.
We do,
and they come often.
Oh yeah, they probably got the largest collection of broken bats of anybody.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah, they camp out down by the dugout.
Sure.
And so I say they've got some bats from some of those players are now in the majors.
Oh man, what
pretty
great
prized too.
Yes, those are prized. You bet they are.
So, yeah.
Stantrell takes a pitch in the dirt. Now a swing and a miss, but a steal of second by Dallas Morris. Stantrell Smith down on a changeup swinging, and that's the 4th strikeout for Jeff Gray, the Cougar right-hander. But Dallas Morris swipes second without a throw. Dallas is at second with 1 away. Mark Trumbo has an RBI chance. 1-0 Kernels here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Susie, how old are your grandkids?
They're 13.
Boy, that's a great age for falling in love with baseball, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, they love it. They're almost as big as fans as we are.
Now, do their parents let them put the broken bats on racks or holders up on their wall? Or
you bet. Yep, they got them on display in their bedroom.
Man, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Ground ball to deep third, backhanded by Baisley, and he throws out Mark Trumbo. Holding at second is Dallas Morris. Mark Trumbo, first pitch swinging, wraps out to third. It'll take a 2-out hit from Larry Infante to help the Kernels add to their narrow 1-0 lead here in the 5th inning. Larry dumped a double in front of the diving Jose Pineda in right his first time up. Pineda threw to second. His throw went into the Cougar left field bullpen, and Larry Infante was sent home, and he scored on a very close play at the plate to give the Kernels a 1-0 lead back in the 3rd. That's the score now. A right-hander is starting to throw for the Cougars, and that's Brad Kilby. Jeff Gray misses low and in, and a good stop by Raul Padron. Well, Susie, have you and your husband ever gone out to spring training in Tempe, Arizona?
We haven't done that. We've been to all but 4 of the major league ballparks in the country, though. So
all but 4?
All but 4. We still have to get to Houston, Seattle, and the Athletics and Giants.
Wow, you've been to Tropicana Field and Dolphin Stadium down in Florida?
You bet. Yep.
Oh, man, Susie, who loves baseball more, you or your husband?
My husband. It's been his dream to get to every one of them, and he just kind of drags me along, and I've grown to love the game through him.
Do you take pictures?
Oh, yeah. At every place we got a pennant with the name of the team that played and what the score was.
Here's a swing and a miss by Infante. Larry in the hole, 1-2. The ball was in the dirt, and Dallas Morris went halfway to third. Padron through to third, and then Dallas streaked back to second. Larry Infante, left-handed hitter, is in the hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yes, collecting pennants. I collect pennants and postcards of stadiums.
Yeah.
Susie, I have pennants from when my dad would generously buy me one when I was a little kid. Boy, it was a lot of money back in the early 70s to buy a pennant for $1.50. Now, of course, they're $7 or $8.
Yeah.
A breaking pitch high to Larry Infante. What is your husband's favorite big league team, Susie? Or who is?
Well, I would probably say the Cubs, but now with the Angel affiliation, we've really gotten to watch, follow them more too. So,
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Big Cardinal fan, but love the Angels.
Yeah.
Infante, a base hit into right. We may have a play at the plate. Dallas Morris is racing home. Pineda throws a great one, and sliding in safely is Dallas Morris. 2-0 Kernels. Larry Infante is 2 for 2.
Awesome.
Larry lined a base hit into right, and Pineda has a big league arm. He gunned it home, just not in time to get the sliding Dallas Morris. Dallas beat the throw by just about half a second. Larry Infante with a big 2-out single went to second on the throw, and the Kernels lead it 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A clutch 2-out base hit to right by Larry Infante. And what a throw, Susie, by Jose Pineda. A one-hop strike, but Dallas Morris slid in safely, and Larry Infante went to second.
It was a nail-biter, but a nice slide in there.
Yes, it was. Now a base hit by Brad Kuhn could score another run. 2-0 Kernels here in the bottom of the 5th inning on St. Joseph and College Community School Day. Fastball is a strike to Brad Kuhn, who singled his last time up. Brad's 1 for 2. Larry Infante's 2 for 2. Dallas Morris scored ahead of the great peg from right by Jose Pineda. Kuhn lofts it into shallow left. Coming on is Nick Blasey. Nick is there, glasses down, and he gloves it. Brad Kuhn skies to left. 1 run in the 5th for the Kernels on 1 hit, a walk, a stolen base, no Cougar errors. The Kernels strand a runner and have left a pair. We go to the top of the 6th inning, and it's 2-0 Kernels. Susie, enjoy the rest of the afternoon, and thank you for supporting the Kernels, our reading program, and education.
Thank you very much. It's been my pleasure. It's fun to combine my 2 favorite things, Kernels baseball and Prairie School District. So thank you very much.
Susie, thank you. After 5, Kernels 2, Kane County nothing. You're enjoying Kernel Baseball on the Kernel Radio Network.
Sylvia, you know that cruise you've always wanted?
Yeah?
Well, there it is.
That would be our house, Bob. Are you feeling all right, dear?
Well, this is so cool. Guarantee Bank will let us use the equity in our home to do just about anything we want. College tuition, a room addition, a cruise, and best of all, the interest may be tax deductible. Now do you see it? Ah, the sun, the waves, the tropical breezes.
Ooh, now I see it. It's a convertible. The sun on my face, the wind in my hair.
See your guarantee banker in Cedar Rapids, Marion, or Hiawatha, and use the equity in your home to do whatever you want, even if it's just to get out of the house.
The feel of the road, the roar of the engine.
The roar of the...
Hey, it's my kind of life. Keep your hands off my Porsche, Bobby boy.
Guarantee Bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Consult your tax advisor for interest deductibility. Some restrictions apply.
If you're looking to enhance your property's appearance, function, or value, make the experts at King's Materials your most reliable teammate. Retaining walls? You bet. Custom patios? Bingo. Walkways and steps? King's Material says yes. King's Material has all the brick, concrete, and stone elements to make your landscaping, masonry, and architectural projects become a reality. To view the astonishing array of beautiful and innovative products King's Material can bring to your home, yard, or business, visit King's online at kingsmaterial.com.
Here we go to the top of the 6th inning, 2-0 Kernels. The first up for Kane County. Slugs one to deep left, way back. Jeff Baisley has a leaping effort, and Stantrell Smith couldn't get it. It's a home run for Jeff Baisley. First pitch swinging, Jeff Baisley puts the Cougars within a run of the Kernels. Stantrell Smith went back to the 8-foot-high padded wall to the right of the Westdale Mall Mix 96.5 FM Whirling Waters home run hot tub, and Stantrell valiantly tried to take a home run away but couldn't. Jeff Baisley has his 8th of the year, and the Kernel lead is now 2-1. One pitch, and the Cougars cut the Kernel lead in half here in the 6th inning. If you've been one of our previous 20 Springhouse Trivia Question winners, congratulations. Please don't call in this afternoon, though. Play along wherever you're tuned in. And we've been focusing on the crosstown rivalry of the Windy City, the Cubs and White Sox this weekend, because we have so many Cub and White Sox fans in eastern Iowa. A $5 gift certificate to our winner of the Springhouse Trivia Question, as Jose Pineda fouls one off to the right. Count even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Springhouse now features a lunch buffet and a dinner buffet, Monday through Friday. They include the salad bar at the Springhouse. Merrick fires low and in, ball 3, a full count now to Pineda, who has bounced back to the hill and flown out to right. 2-1 Kernels here in the top of the 6th inning. The payoff pitch, ripped into left, a base hit. I'd rather see a hit than a walk. Jose Pineda teed off, and he's the tying run at first with nobody out here in the 6th inning. That hit is the 7th surrendered by Colonel right-hander Stephen Merrick. The Springhouse has a lunch and dinner buffet Monday through Friday. The lunch buffet is only $5.95. The dinner buffet is only $6.95. Starting after 4:30 at the Springhouse Monday through Friday. For a $5 gift certificate to the Springhouse, name the hurler who pitched for the White Sox and Cubs during the 1970s before winning the American League Cy Young Award in 1980. Name the hurler who pitched for the White Sox and the Cubs during the 1970s before winning the American League Cy Young Award in 1980. 896-7589. 896-7589. 896-7589, the number to call for your chance to earn a $5 gift certificate to the Springhouse. Name the hurler who pitched for the White Sox and the Cubs during the 1970s before winning the AL Cy Young Award in 1980. Strike one is in to Isaac O'Meara, who has walked and flown to center. The number to call for your chance to earn a $5 gift certificate to the Springhouse, 896-7589. O'Meara takes high and away for ball one. A home run and a single, and the Cougars have the tying run aboard here in this sixth inning. The runner goes, and a pitch fouled straight back. Isaac O'Meara fouled one off on a 1-1 pitch. O'Meara, a left-handed batter out of the University of Hawaii, waits. A throw to first, and standing up back safely is the tying run, Jose Pineda. The Kernels have a right-hander up in their bullpen. Robert Romero warming up in the Kernel pen. Breaking pitch, double play ball to short. Stacia underhands to Infante. Larry to first to complete the double play! Isaac O'Meara bounces into a 6-4-3 double play. That erases the tying runner, and it gives the Kernels a chance to face Steve Kane with the bases empty, 2 out here in the sixth inning. I think we may have a winner in our Springhouse trivia question. Andrea Murphy's little brother, Nick, is answering the phone, and we may have a winner to report on. Yes, we do. We have a winner in our Springhouse trivia question. Congratulations to Jeff Hare, H-A-R-R-E, Jeff Hare of Ripon Street here in Cedar Rapids. Here's a line drive past Dallas Morris into left field for a 2-out single, the third hit of the inning. Steve Kane is 3 for 3. Stantrell Smith gets it back in. Steve Kane is 3 for 3, and the Cougars have now out-hit the Kernels 8-3, but the Kernels lead it here in the top of the sixth, 2-1. Jeff Hare has earned himself a $5 gift certificate to the Springhouse by naming the hurler who pitched for the White Sox and Cubs during the 1970s before winning the American League Cy Young Award in 1980, Steve Stone, the answer to our Springhouse trivia question. Pitch looped into the premier seats above the the Cougar third base dugout by Raul Padron, strike one. Steve Stone broke in with the Giants in 71 and 72, then went 6-11 for the 73 White Sox, 8-6 for the 74 Cubs, 12-8 for the 1975 Cubs, 3-6 for the 1976 Cubs, 15-12 for the 1977 White Sox, 12-12 for the 1978 White Sox, 11-7 with Baltimore in 79, and then a breakthrough Cy Young Award-winning season, 25-7 in 1980. Strike two called to Padron. A changeup is lifted into right center. It's trouble, it's trouble, it's trouble. It's into the right center field alley for extra bases. We're tied as Jose Pineda scores on the double on an 0-2 pitch to Raul Padron. An 0-2 pitch makes it 2-2. Oh, brother. Raul Padron has the fourth hit of the inning for the Cougars. Raul Padron doubles into the right center field alley between Kuhn and Edwards. It came on an 0-2 pitch. And it's now a 2-2 game. I'll be darned. Stephen Merrick has now given up 4 hits in the inning. That one came on an 0-2 pitch of all things. And, boy, this crowd is stunned as the Cougars have tied it 2-2. This ball club is sometimes frustrating because here's a swing and a foul straight back. You're playing at home, playing the division-leading team, leading 2-0. You just turn a double play, and then a single and a double by the numbers 7 and 8 men, and the double came on an 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul by Justin Sellers. Now a fastball low for ball one. And Robert Romero is still warming up down the right field line for the Kernels. It's 2-2 now. After all that hard work the Kernels did, the Cougars have tied it up. Here's a high pop foul back of home, and it's 1-2 to Justin Sellers. Well, it was only a matter of time. The Cougars have out-hit the Kernels 9-3. Kane County had left 6 men on before this 6th inning. But after we turned that double play, I thought for sure Stephen Merrick would be able to get through this 6th inning without allowing the tying run. But tip your cap to the division-leading Cougars. They tied the game. Now a bouncer to second. Larry Infante from shallow right has it, throws the batter out. Justin Sellers grounds out to second. But the Cougars strike for 2 runs in the 6th inning on 4 hits. No Colonel errors, and Kane County leaves 1. They've stranded 7. It's a brand new game as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Kane County has caught the Kernels. We're tied 2-2. This is Colonel Baseball on the Colonel Radio Network.
Jumpstart your future with learning from Kirkwood Community College. No matter what your age or previous work experience, you have new opportunities as close as your phone. 398-5517. Kirkwood has hundreds of choices for career and technical programs. Kirkwood has financial aid and support options to help you succeed, and Kirkwood has locally based centers to help you balance work, family, and learning. Kirkwood is ready when you're ready. Call Kirkwood Admissions today, 398-5517. Kirkwood, start here, go anywhere.
Convenience and trust, 2 things all of us want. At Tri-State Travel, we offer both. It's convenient for you to make 1 call or 1 visit to our office for all your travel needs. A 1-day tour, a cruise, a trip to Branson, to charter a motor coach. For 66 years, Tri-State Travel has been a name you can trust to provide quality products. Come see why you can trust us to provide the convenience you expect. Tri-State Travel now at our new location on 7th Street Southwest.
When it comes to auto insurance, Westside Agency in Palo, your professional Pekin insurance agency, will make certain you're properly insured with the right coverages and deductibles. Westside Agency will tell you about the money-saving discounts from Pekin Insurance. Multi-car discount, good student discount, loss-free discount, 45-plus auto discount, auto home discount, low mileage discount. To see if you qualify for any of these auto discounts that will lower your premiums, visit Westside Agency in Palo.
Here we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and it'll be Madison Edwards, Heinley Stacia, and Flint Whipke to face Jeff Gray. Nelson Mendoza and I were talking, boy, you turn a double play, and you're leading 2-1. The numbers 7 and 8 hitters single and double, and we're tied. The Colonels worked so hard to get the 2 runs, and then gave them up in the top of the 6th inning. Here's a deep drive foul down the right field line by Madison Edwards. Robert Romero may take over on the hill for the Kernels in the top of the 7th inning. Robert warming up. As Edwards swings late and misses, strike 2. Madison is bounced back to the hill and struck out. 2-2 our score, bottom of the 6th inning. Let up and a swing and a miss. A good changeup by Jeff Gray, 1 away here in the 6th inning. Gray has struck out his 5th Colonel. This is a guy with a 2-4 record and a 7.50 ERA. Heinley Stacia walked and was thrown out trying to steal second and the first. Heinley then flew out to right in the 4th. 2-2 the score. And a breaking pitch for a strike call to Heinley Stacia. Heinley, a switch hitter batting left. Taps it right back to the hill. A leaping stop by Gray, and he tosses out Heinley Stacia. It goes 1-3. This Colonel Ball Club, in my opinion, just has too much going for it to be languishing 3 games below 500. 20 and 23. Well, let's pick up where we left off on the State Farm Major League scoreboard with 2 out here in the Kernels' 6th inning. The batter, Flint Whipkey, is 0-for-2. And he shoots the first pitch foul high off to the right, strike 1. State Farm Insurance agents Brad Dunn, Gary Schubat, Dale Thompson, and Al Shetler bring us this look at the State Farm Major League scoreboard. A final in 10 innings at Jacobs Field. Cleveland 3, the Pirates 2. That's a final. Flint lays off of a changeup, ball 1, down and in. Detroit shut out the Reds at Comerica Park 1-0. Tampa Bay blanked the Marlins 3-0 at Tropicana Field. The Cubs have taken a 6-4 lead over the White Sox in the bottom of the 8th inning at U.S. Cellular Field. Whipkey swings at a changeup and misses, strike 2. Washington turned back the Orioles today 3-1 in the nation's capital. The Phillies are pounding Boston in the top of the 8th at Citizens Bank Ballpark. 10-4 Philadelphia. Bottom of the 7th, the Brewers at Miller Park lead the Twins 4-3 as Whipkey takes ball 2 low and away. Top of the 9th inning at Minute Maid Park, Houston 5, the Rangers 0. Top of the 8th inning at Kauffman Stadium, the Cardinals are clubbing the Royals 9-3. Colorado leads the Blue Jays. Ground ball past third, foul ball off the bat of Whipkey. Colorado at Denver's Coors Field in the bottom of the 4th leads the Blue Jays 5-0. The Padres ahead of Seattle 1-0, bottom of the 2nd at Safeco Field, and the Giants are ahead of Oakland 1-0 at the Coliseum in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Later this afternoon, the Braves and Diamondbacks in Phoenix, and tonight, here in the zone, the Yankees and Mets at Shea Stadium. The 2-2 to Flint. Low, ball 3. And that's our complete look at the State Farm Major League scoreboard. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Kernels 2, Kane County 2. The 3-2 to Flint is grounded past the diving shortstop into left field. Great at bat for Flint Whipkey. Flint is the go-ahead run at first, 2 away here in the Kernels' 6th inning. And again, congratulations to our Springhouse Trivia Question winner, Jeff Hare, Harre. Jeff correctly answered that it was Steve Stone who pitched for the White Sox and Cubs during the 70s before capturing the AL Cy Young Award in 1980. Stone, the following year, 1981, went 4-7 and had to retire due to an arm injury. Garvin Alston, an original Colorado Rocky in 1996, the pitching coach for the Cougars, has come out to the Hill. Kane County has a right-hander up in their bullpen, John Herrera. The Cougars have gotten great starting pitching. Last night's 19-year-old starter, Vince Mazzaro, had an ERA of over 6. He shut out the Kernels in 7 innings. Jeff Gray, an ERA of 7.50, has held the Kernels through 5 2/3 to 2 runs on only 4 hits. Garvin Alston returns to the Cougar third base dugout. Here's Brett Martinez with 2 out and a runner at first. Brett lays off a fastball down and away. Kernels led 2-0 going into the top of this 6th inning. Jeff Baisley homered leading off. The next man, Jose Pineda, singled to left. Then the Kernels turned a double play. Swing and a miss by Martinez, and after that double play, I thought we had all the momentum in our corner. But Steve Clean singled to left, and then Raul Padron on an 0-2 pitch doubled home the tying run. Brett Martinez hitting 5th in the Allen Motor Company order. Looks at the next pitch low, ball 2. 68 degrees now here at the ballpark. a strike on the outside corner at the knees, and it's a 2-2 count now to the Colonel catcher, who steps out, taps his cleats, his spikes. Brett's wearing a pair of black batting gloves. Go-ahead run at first. Flint Whipke here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jeff Gray's 2-2 is a curveball, swung on and missed, strike 3. And Jeff Gray completes 6 stellar innings with his 2-4 record and his 7.50 ERA. He keeps the Kernels from taking the lead here in the 6th inning. No runs for the Kernels, 1 hit. There were no Cougar errors, and the Kernels leave 1 man aboard, our 3rd stranded of the afternoon. After 6 innings, a new hurler coming on for the Kernels. We'll tell you about him in a moment. It's the Kernels 2 and Kane County 2. You're enjoying Kernel Baseball on the Kernel Radio Network.
We're here for your communication needs. Internet service, telephone, and TV. As a cooperative telephone company, our members are owners who make a good team. Service second to none, South Slope Cooperative Communication.
Get ready for summer and beat high gas prices with a pre-owned vehicle from Randy Keel Honda. Their inventory is jam-packed with fuel-efficient vehicles designed to save you money. Get an economical sedan for your daily commute, or indulge your sporty side with a high-performance coupe. Randy Keel Honda carries a large selection of Honda certified pre-owned vehicles, backed by a 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty and 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Need to haul the entire family? For a limited time, you can get special financing on Honda certified pre-owned Odyssey. Whatever your driving needs, Randy Keel Honda has the vehicle for you. Visit Randy Keel Honda on Centerpoint Road Northeast or online at randykeel.com. Randy Keel Honda, where they treat you right.
7th inning, 2-2 the score. Stephen Merrick lifted. He goes 6 innings, allowed 2 runs on 9 hits, struck out 4, and walked 1. And that's the definition of a quality start. 6 innings or more pitched and allowing 3 or less runs. Stephen Merrick did just that today. This call to the Colonel bullpen, bringing in Robert Romero, sponsored by U.S. Cellular. Get your wireless relief with Call Me Minutes, only from U.S. Cellular. Robert Romero helped the Kernels to a 4-1 win Friday here at home against the Swing of the Quad Cities behind Nick Aidenhart. Robert Romero pitched 1 scoreless inning, the 8th on Friday night. No runs, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, no walks. Top of the order for Kane County here in the 7th inning. Mike Massaro singled twice and grounded to first against the Colonel departed starter, Stephen Merrick. Strike 1 in from Robert Romero. 0-1 this year, on for the 10th time out of the Colonel bullpen, a 3-point. Colonel scored single runs in the 3rd and 4th before the Cougars tied it with a 2-run 6th inning. Massaro slices the 1-2 pitch foul off to the left. Our baseball fun fact focuses on two fellas that pitched well as left-handed starters for both the White Sox and the Cubs. Change up, and that one's looped down the line in left. Stantrell Smith on the run, makes the catch. Fine play, racing to his right near the line as Mike Massaro was fooled on a Robert Romero changeup, just flicked his wrists out and looped the pitch into shallow left, and Stantrell Smith on the run made the grab for the first out here in the 7th. Our baseball fun fact, Steve Trout for the White Sox in 1982 as a starter won 6 games, and then Steve Trout as a Cubs starter in 83 won 10 games. Likewise, our baseball fun fact, lefty Greg Hibbard won 10 games as a starter for the White Sox in 92, and then posted a 15-game win season as a starter for the Cubs in 93. It's 2-0 to Nick Blasi. 2 sacrifice bunts and a strikeout. Robert Romero's 2-0 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Isn't that strange how Steve Trout and Greg Hibbard both were highly effective left-handed starters for the White Sox and then the Cubs in back-to-back seasons. A high popped foul will drift up onto the Miller Mezzanine Terrace. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nick, wave. Nick, the camera is on you and I. Andrea Murphy, you'll have to lean out of the booth, Nick. Andrea Murphy's little brother, Nick, and I are on there he is, there's Nick, and we're on the Rockwell Collins game link waving. That is great. I'm giving the thumbs up. Nick is in his gold shirt waving. Here's a high, lazy fly ball into center. Brad Kuhn, a few steps in, makes the one-handed grab. 2 gone here in the Cougars' 7th inning. Nick, I don't know what it is about me and a camera. I know I break cameras when they flash on me because of my looks, but that was neat being on TV, wasn't it? Man, I'm glad I asked you to lean out because otherwise I don't think they would have seen you. Nick is Andrea Murphy's little brother in the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, and it's great to have him alongside here this afternoon. Frank Martinez, 1 for 3 today, takes ball 1 outside from Colonel reliever Robert Romero. Now a ground ball base hit into right. Getting it back in is Madison Edwards as Frank Martinez pulled the pitch on the ground through the hole of the right side of the Colonel infield, and that's the 10th hit of the day for Kane County. 2-2 our score, top of the 7th inning. The batter, Jeff Baisley. He homered leading off the 6th inning. Romero's fastball is taken just downstairs for a ball. Those folks from Metco Credit Union are still having a great time out in left field on the Randy Keel Confidence Picnic Pavilion. A throw to first, and Frank Martinez, who's 5 for 6 in stolen base attempts, makes it back safely. It looks like the Cougars will go to their bullpen in the bottom of the 7th inning. They have a right-hander, Juan Herrera, warming up. Herrera's from California. He's a towering right-hander, 6'6", 195. Another throw to first, and back standing up is the go-ahead run, Frank Martinez. Cleanup batter, Jeff Baisley, with his 8th homer of the year, his last time up. And he fouls one off his fist high up onto the Miller Mezzanine Terrace. I had a chance to catch a little bit of the Cardinal-Royal game last night on television, and boy, there were a lot of Cardinal fans at Kauffman Stadium. I still say it's a real tragedy what has happened to that Kansas City franchise. All sorts of theories about ownership not willing to spend money, a poor scouting and development system, the Royals making bad trades, Kansas City unwilling to spend big money on free agents, making bad free agent signings. I don't care what the reason is, it is sad to see how far the Royals have slipped since those glory years. Uh-oh, a wild pitch, and the go-ahead run goes to second base. That pitch was low and outside, and Robert Romero has wild pitched the go-ahead run to second here in the 7th inning. Meanwhile, it was ball 3 to Jeff Baisley. The Kernels playing the Western Division leading Kane County Cougars. Led the game in the 6th inning, 2-0. We're in the 7th now, tied 2-2, and the Cougars have the go-ahead run at second. The 3-1 pitch to the Kane County cleanup batter. Swinging a foul. Robert Romero challenged Jeff Baisley, and the big guy leaned out over the dish and fouled it straight back. The sun is no longer a factor. I don't want to say it's clouded up here, but it's not. The sun is not shining brightly right now. A changeup in the dirt. A runner will go to third without a play. Ball 4 to Jeff Baisley. First and third, 2 out here in the 7th inning. The second wild pitch by Robert Romero, blocked by Brett Martinez, but it rolled up the first baseline. And now it's first and third, 2 out for Jose Pineda. I wish I could put my finger on what this Kernel Ball Club is lacking. I don't think they're lacking in skill. Yes, our offense has been very anemic this season, and that's part of the reason that this club has struggled. But there's more to it than that, and I'm just not sure what it is. You're not going to believe what's down below. Nelson Mendoza, the father of Tommy Mendoza, is going to be a participant in the Cedar Rapids Golf Department's chipping contest. A towering pop-up to shallow center could end the inning. Brad Kuhn is coming in. He waits and has it. Robert Romero gets Jose Pineda to fly out to center. No runs in the 7th for Kane County. 1 hit, a walk, 2 wild pitches, no Kernel errors. Cougars leave a pair. They've stranded 9. We're going to keep it right here as the Dental Center is sponsoring the singing of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Nelson Mendoza, the father of Tommy Mendoza, later this afternoon is going to be given a chance to earn a free round of golf from the Cedar Rapids Golf Department in the chipping contest. There's only one problem. Nelson's a left-handed golfer, and he has to use a right-handed club. But he's such a good athlete, he'll be able to do it. Listen to this crowd standing up thanks to Lindale Dental Care for singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. We go to the home half of the 7th. We're tied 2-2.
The next time you catch yourself about ready to throw away a glass jar or glass bottle, stop. Glass jars and bottles are recyclable. Simply rinse out your glass, put the lids in your blue recycling box, and place the glass items in a plastic container. A plastic bucket or small plastic wastebasket will do just fine. Use one plastic container for clear glass and a second separate container for colored glass. Set your plastic container or containers with your glass in them next to your blue recycling box for curbside collection. Remember, glass is recyclable.
I'm Gary Dolphin. You know, Hometown Restyling has served Eastern Iowans since 1986, providing the very finest in windows, siding, and sunrooms. Their experienced staff can handle the job from start to finish, including plans, permits, and inspections. Plus, Hometown Restyling is nationally recognized by Professional Remodeler, Qualified Remodeler, and Remodeling magazines. Call Hometown Restyling for your next remodeling project, or better yet, visit one of our beautiful showrooms in Hiawatha or Coralville. Hometown Restyling, because there's no place like home.
Technology pervades every aspect of our daily lives. This remarkable age we live in has a machine or a computer to meet almost all of our needs. But you won't find a technological device that can provide you with the personal attention for something as important as insurance. Neighbor Insurance Services, your professional Pekin insurance agency in Hiawatha, is trained on all insurance matters, including how much coverage is enough coverage. For personal attention to all of your insurance needs, see the insurance professionals at Neighbor Insurance Services in Hiawatha.
Dallas Morris will lead off the Kernel 7th in this 2-2 game, and he'll face Juan Herrera, tall right-hander, 6'6", and Dallas fouls the first pitch towards the plaza section, and it's caught in the Kernel bullpen. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 7th inning. Dallas hit it off the end of the bat and fouls out to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here's Stantrell Smith. Herrera 1-0 this year, on for the 14th time for Kane County, has a save and a 3.44 ERA. He's pitched 18 1/3 innings, yielded 17 hits in 18 1/3, struck out 11 and walked 10. So he's not particularly a power pitcher. Juan Herrera delivers a strike call to Stantrell Smith. Once again, the Kernel lack of offense has really plagued us in this afternoon's game. Santrell Smith pops one into right. Easy play for Jose Pineda. Jose has it. 2 gone quickly here in the Kernel 7th inning. Juan Herrera goes by John. John Herrera, a 10th round pick by Oakland out of Arizona Western College in 2004. John was 1-1 last year in 16 appearances in Vancouver with a 6.08 ERA. Herrera has gotten the first 2 Kernels. The final line on Jeff Gray, the King. Ground ball right between the pitcher's legs into center. A line shot, rather, by Mark Trumbo. Trumbo hit a scalding bullet right between John Herrera's legs, and Mark Trumbo has the 5th Kernel hit of the day. The Kernels have the go-ahead run at first with 2 gone here in the 7th inning in a 2-2 game. John Herrera saw that one go right between his legs. It's just past 4 o'clock, and you're enjoying Kernel Baseball on ESPN 1600, KCRG, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I can't believe that Nelson Mendoza, Tommy's father, was selected in our Cedar, and now they're introducing him to his opponent in the Cedar Rapids Golf Chipping Challenge. Larry Infante's had a brilliant day. 2 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI. A change-up on the outside corner, strike 1 to Larry. Larry doubled and scored on an error by Jose Pineda, rounding the bases back in the 3rd. Then he delivered a big 2-out RBI single in the 5th to give the Kernels a 2-0 lead. But the Cougars tied it on 4 hits in the 6th inning. Larry Infante fouls one off to the left, strike 2. Now Mr. Shucks has used a hula hoop to grab a attractive gal and give her a hug, and that girl says, "Hey, Mr. Shucks, don't get fresh with me." But Mr. Shucks is as kind as they come. A gentlemanly, fun-loving mascot. That's not a bad way to snag a gal, though, is to corral her with a hula hoop. There's ball 2 upstairs to Infante. Larry, a left-handed batter, wears his Kernel Red Sox up high. 2 out, 1 on. Bottom of the 7th, we're tied 2-2. Infante waits and takes low, ball 3. Now with 2 out and a full count on Larry, Mark Trumbo will be running. Larry Infante steps all the way out of the dirt batting circle. A lefty is warming up for Kane County in their bullpen. That lefty is Brad Kilby. There goes Trumbo. Infante smacks it off to the left side, foul, and the count remains full to Larry. The breeze has picked up a little bit the last few minutes, and it's blowing from left field towards right field. John Herrera delivers. Ground ball up the middle. 3rd hit of the day for Herrera. Mark Trumbo for Infante. Mark Trumbo is running on the play. He goes to 3rd. 1st and 3rd, 2 out. Larry Infante singles up the middle on the ground with Mark Trumbo running. Trumbo made it to 3rd easily. Larry Infante is 3 for 3. Larry Infante is 3 for 3 this afternoon. And now let's see if the Cougars bring in left-hander Brad Kilby to face left-handed hitting Brad Kuhn. Kilby, the only left-hander on the Cougars staff, and I don't think Aaron Nakula is going to lift John Herrera. I think John's going to stay in the game. The Kernels have mounted a 2-out threat. Here comes Nakula, and John Herrera will be lifted. Herrera goes 2/3 of an inning. So far, he's given up no runs on 2 hits, struck out none, walked none, and a lefty. I believe Brad Kilby is going to come into the game. Yes, he is. Kilby is from San Jose State, an Oakland 29th round pick in 2005. Brad Kilby, K-I-L-B-Y, 6'1", 225. He's built like a tank. He's built a lot like the former Met lefty, Sid Fernandez, only he's not quite as tall. So, Brad Kuhn, left-handed hitting Colonel leadoff man, will face southpaw Brad Kilby. Kilby's 1-0 this year, pitching for the 17th time out of the Kane County bullpen. 23 1/3 innings pitched for Brad Kilby. He's allowed 21 hits. And the southpaw in 23 1/3 is struck out 23, walked 10. Brad Kilby, a southpaw, takes over with runners at first and third, 2 out, bottom of the 7th inning, and the Kernels and Cougars tied 2-2. Remember, tomorrow evening, hot dogs are only $1. It's a Dollar Dog Monday. Hot dogs only $1. And the gates open at 5:30. Game 3 of our 4-game series with the Cougars. And the 7th game of this 8-game homestand. Tuesday's a noon start, and the Miller Mezzanine Terrace will be open to you, the public. For just $11, you can enjoy the action from the best spot, the most breathtaking panoramic view of the skyline, the scoreboard, and the baseball diamond from the Miller Mezzanine Terrace on Tuesday. Brad Kilby's 1-0 with a 3.09 ERA. Brad Kuhn is 1 for 3 today. Trumbo at third, Infante at first. Will Bobby Magallanes try to squeeze Mark Trumbo home from third with 2 out here in the 7th inning? Swing and a tip foul. Kuhn had a good, healthy cut, but he's in the hole 0-1. Brad Kilby wears his gray road pants all the way down to his shoe tops, his white Oakland Athletic shoes. The Cougars are the Class A Midwest League affiliate of the Athletics. Trumbo at third, Infante at first. 2 out, 7th inning. And a broken bat looper knocked down by the pitcher. He picks it up and throws Kuhn out. Brad Kilby sawed off Brad Kuhn. Brad broke his bat and hit a soft liner, knocked down by the pitcher, who recovered and threw out Brad Kuhn. In the 7th inning, no runs for the Kernels. 2 hits, no Kane County errors. The Kernels leave a pair and have stranded 5. We go to the top of the 8th inning. It's still a 2-2 game between the Kernels and Kane County. You're tuned to Kernel Baseball on the Kernel Radio Network.
Step up to the plate this summer and nominate your favorite Cedar Rapids Kernel for the Rockwell Collins Fans Choice Award. Every time you catch a Kernel game, fill out a Fans Choice ballot to recognize the efforts of your favorite ball player. Then drop the ballot in the designated box at the souvenir stand. During the season's final homestand, Rockwell Collins will present the Fans Choice Trophy to the player with the most votes and make a donation to that player's favorite charity. Rockwell Collins and the Cedar Rapids Kernels, teammates working for a better community.
Service second to none, South Slow Cooperative. We're here for your communication needs. Internet service, telephone, and TV. As a cooperative telephone company, our members are owners who make a good team. Service second to none, South Slow Cooperative Communication.
You've worked hard, and you're finally your own boss. As a business owner, you may not want to hear the word liability, but it comes with the territory. Smart business owners protect their investments with a business owner's policy from Neighbor Insurance Services, your professional Pekin insurance agency in Hiawatha. Neighbor Insurance Services can show you how to secure the right amount of protection for your business at affordable rates. Your business is important, See Neighbor Insurance Services in Hiawatha for business owners insurance.
8th inning, a 2-2 score. 1 run in the 3rd for the Kernels, 1 in the 5th. Kane County answered with 2 in the top of the 6th inning. Kernels had runners at 1st and 3rd, 2 out, and lefty Brad Kilby got Brad Kuhn to break his bat and loop one back to the hill. Kilby knocked it down and then threw out Brad Kuhn. Isaac Omura has walked, flown to center, and hit into a double play. The left-handed batters from the University of Hawaii. 2-2 the score. The sky is clouded up a little bit here in the late going. Omura takes a Romero delivery low for ball 1. Boy, those kids are having fun on the grass slope seating berm down the left field line. Omura chops one to second. Larry Infante has it just above the letters and pegs to first. Isaac Omura has chopped out to second, 1 away here in the Cougar 8th inning. We'll be bringing you up to speed on the State Farm Major League scoreboard here in just a little bit. We're actually updating it right now. Steve Clean is 3 for 3. Fastball just low for ball 1. Clean is from Pepperdine in California. That school's in Malibu. Strike 1 on the outside corner. It's been years since I've been to California. I'm trying to think the last time. I went to the 1984 Summer Olympic Games when my brother was at Pomona College. Pomona is east of Los Angeles. Strike 2, a fastball at the knees, puts Clean in the hole. 1-2. And I've been out to the Los Angeles area for some track meets. Oh, no. Robert Romero hits the batter on a 1-2 pitch. And you know what happens when you hit a guy on a 2-strike pitch. 90% of the time, that comes back to haunt you. Steve Clean did not try to get out of the way. All he did was bring his arms in towards his torso, and he was hit by the pitch. State Farm Insurance agents Gary Schubat, Dale Thompson, Brad Dunn, and Al Shuttler bring us this look at the State Farm Major League scoreboard. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 finals in interleague play. 9 finals on the State Farm Major League scoreboard. Left-handed hitting catcher Raul Padron, who tied the game with a 2-out double on an 0-2 pitch in the 6th inning, takes strike 1 called. At Comerica Park, the Tigers shut out the Reds 1-0. Cleveland edged the Pirates 3-2 in 10 innings at Jacobs Field. Ball 1 high and away to Padron. In the Battle of the Sunshine State, the Devil Rays blanked the Marlins 3-0 at Tropicana Field. The Cubs rallied past the White Sox 7-4 this afternoon at U.S. Cellular Field. The Nationals at RFK Stadium knocked off the Orioles 3-1. The 1-1 to Padron. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The Phillies pounded the Red Sox 10-5. That's a final from Citizens Bank Ballpark. Milwaukee whipped the Twins 5-3 at Miller Park. The Cardinals crowned the Royals at Kauffman Stadium today 10-3. Houston whitewashed the Rangers 5-0 at Minute Maid Park. Those are all final scores. The 1-2 to Padron. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Raul Padron fans, 2 gone here in the 8th inning. Steve Clean, the go-ahead run at first with 2 out. Now, they're in the bottom of the 6th at Denver's Coors Field. The Rockies lead Toronto 5-3. Top of the 4th inning, and it's Seattle 8, the Padres 3. That's in the top of the 4th inning at Safeco Field in Seattle. San Francisco 5, the Athletics 0, top of the 5th inning at the Coliseum. No score in the 3rd, the Braves and Diamondbacks at Chase Ballpark. A line drive into left, on the run, Stantrell Smith has it. Justin Sellers hit a soft liner to left, and Stantrell Smith caught it to end the inning. No runs in the 8th for Kane County, no hits, a hit batter. There were no Kernel errors. One stranded. The Cougars have left 10 aboard this afternoon. And later tonight, the game you'll hear right here in the zone, ESPN Sunday Night Baseball at Shea Stadium, the Yankees and Mets. That complete look at the State Farm Major League Scoreboard brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Dale Thompson, Gary Shubat, Brad Dunn, and Al Shetler. Kernels come to bat in the bottom of the 8th, tied with the Cougars 2-2. This is Kernel Baseball on the Kernel Radio Network.
Cedar Rapids' oldest wholesale greenhouse is also Cedar Rapids' full-service landscaping and lawn care center. Cedar Rapids Greenhouses has been serving eastern Iowans for 50 years at the corner of Johnson Avenue and Edgewood Road, behind Guppies on the Go. Cedar Rapids Greenhouses has a full line of trees and shrubs like magnolias, maples, and lilacs. And for a limited time, buy any potted tree and Cedar Rapids Greenhouses will deliver and plant it free. If you're searching for the right beautification project, let the trained landscape designers at Cedar Rapids Greenhouses help you create a unique plan for your home. From retaining walls to ponds, waterfalls, and fountains, they'll work within your budget and taste, and they do free estimates. Lawn care featuring mowing, fertilization, seeding, sodding, aeration, dethatching, maintenance, and cleanup are all done with care and precision. For the highest quality and low prices, see the difference at Cedar Rapids Greenhouses, Eastern Iowa's full-service landscapers at the corner of Johnson Avenue and Edgewood Road.
Hi, I'm Phil Andrews, your local Pekin insurance agent at Andrews Insurance in Cedar Rapids. I'd like to introduce you to an easy-to-understand, affordable life insurance plan with great benefits. It's simplified issue whole life from Pekin Insurance. The plan requires no medical exam, has guaranteed rates for life, and a guaranteed cash value. Life insurance made simple and affordable from Pekin Insurance. To learn more, contact me, Phil Andrews, at Andrews Insurance.
Madison Edwards, the number 2 hitter in the Kernel order, will lead off for the second time in this game. Madison struck out in the 6th inning leading off. He faces lefty Brad Kilby here in the 8th inning. Kernels 2, Kane County 2. Madison Edwards from Texas Tech, a left-handed batter, and he tries to bunt Kilby's first pitch and misses, strike one. Madison's wearing a Barry Bonds-like big balloon black elbow pad on his front arm. The Kernels have Ryan Aldridge warming up in their bullpen as Madison lays off a pitch down and away for a ball. Kane County with a right-hander in their bullpen warming up. Steve Sharp and Ryan Aldridge for the Kernels. Strike 2 called on the outside corner to Edwards. A sunny Sunday afternoon is turned into a very pleasant, overcast Sunday afternoon. Here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Good crowd on hand. 2-2 our score. Kilby's pitch. Nubbed in front of the plate. Easy play for the pitcher. He gloves, whirls, and fires. And Madison Edwards is thrown out on a shallow comebacker to the mound. 1 out here in the Kernel 8th inning. Boy, our ball club just has not been able to hit with any consistency or high degree here this spring, and that's been a source of frustration. Now the skipper, Aaron Nakula, comes out, and that may be it for the lefty, Brad Kilby. It looks like we may have a pitching change. Yes, we do. A new hurler is coming in for the Cougars, and that new pitcher is right-hander Steve Sharp. Sharp pitched with the Cougars last year, started 10 games, relieved in 8 others. He was 3-4 with a 5.85 ERA. He also pitched for the Arizona Rookie Athletics, was 4-0 in 9 games, 4 as a starter. Steve Sharp, S-H-A-R-P-E, takes over for Brad Kilby. Kilby goes 2/3 of an inning, got the last out of the 7th, the first out here in the 8th. 2/3 of an inning, allowed no runs on no hits, struck out none, walked none. Steve Sharp, a right-hander, takes over for Kane County. Well, Jack Rader, our general manager, is already excited about, and I understand why Jack is, about some upcoming promotions here at the ballpark. And I'm doing my best to put my hands on the sheet that Jack gave me and let you know that Friday, June 2nd is Pat McGrath Chevyland Used Car Night. That means one of you lucky Kernel fans, 3 of you as a matter of fact, 18 and older with a valid driver's license, could drive away with a used car from Pat McGrath Chevyland Used Car Night Friday, June 2nd. The gates open at 6. The game starts at 7 on Friday, June 2nd, Pat McGrath Chevyland Used Car Night. Then the Saturday night fireworks continue on Saturday, June 3rd, sponsored by Alliant Energy. Saturday night, June 3rd, the Kernels will host Burlington, and Alliant Energy will sponsor fireworks. Base is empty, 1 gone in the 8th inning, and the batter for the Kernels is Heinley Stacia. Steve Sharp on the hill, a right-hander. No record, but a 1.53 ERA. Steve Sharp leads the Cougars with 8 saves. Steve Sharp to face Heinley Stacia in a letter-high fastball upstairs, ball 1. Sharp has struck out 24 batters in 17 2/3, allowed only 3 runs on 6 hits in 17 2/3, and he has 8 saves for the Cougars. Ball 2 is high and outside from Steve Sharp. We're tied 2-2 here in the home half of the 8th inning. Heinley has walked, flown out to right, and grounded back to the pitcher. Ball 3 from Sharp. Steve Sharp looks a little bit like Bruce Sutter with a beard. And he delivers a strike on the outside corner to Stacia. Bruce Sutter will be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame this summer in Cooperstown. I still remember him more as a Cub than as a Cardinal. Swing and a miss by Stacia on a changeup, strike 2. A bouncer to first. Glove by Steve Clean. Underhands to Sharp for the out. The play goes first baseman to pitcher. 2 gone here in the Kernel 8th inning. The Kernels have been out hit 10-6, and we're tied with Kane County 2-2 here in the 8th inning. Flint Whipke at the plate. Flint singled his last time up. Kane County has stranded 10 runners this afternoon. The Kernels have left 5 aboard. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Bases empty, 2 gone. Sharp's pitch is bounced to third. Easy for Jeff Baisley, on to first for the out. Flint Whipke topped it and bounces out to third. The Kernels go in order in the bottom of the 8th inning. As we head to the top of the 9th, Kernels 2, Kane County 2. You're listening to Kernel Baseball on the Kernel Radio Network.
Get ready for summer and beat high gas prices with a pre-owned vehicle from Randy Keel Honda. Their inventory is jam-packed with fuel-efficient vehicles designed to save you money. Get an economical sedan for your daily commute, or indulge your sporty side with a high-performance coupe. Randy Keel Honda carries a large selection of Honda certified pre-owned vehicles, backed by a 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty and 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Need to haul the entire family? For a limited time, you can get special financing on Honda certified pre-owned Odyssey. Whatever your driving needs, Randy Keel Honda has the vehicle for you. Visit Randy Keel Honda on Centerpoint Road Northeast or online at randykeel.com. Randy Keel Honda, where they treat you right.
Hy-Vee, the most respected and recognized brand name in our entire great state. Your Cedar Rapids and Marion Hy-Vees value the vital role professional baseball plays in our community's fabric. Our treasured tradition of affordable wholesome entertainment that brings families, friends, work colleagues, and customers together for lifelong memories. Your Cedar Rapids and Marion Hy-Vees are proud to support the best thing going in eastern Iowa, the wonder of Kernels baseball.
Here we go to the top of the ninth inning, 2-2 the score. Robert Romero has shined out of the Kernel bullpen, allowed no runs, one hit, walked a man, hit a man, struck out a batter. Top of the order for the Cougars in the top of the ninth inning. Ahern Plumbing and Heating, proud to sponsor our attendance, 2,208. 2,208. Mike Massaro, the batter, singled twice against departed starter Stephen Merrick, has grounded to first and flown to left. Mike Massaro, left-handed hitter. First pitch from Romero. Strike called as Massaro faked a bunt. Boy, has Robert Romero ever pitched well out of the Kernel bullpen. Mike Massaro, M-A-S-S-A-R-O, from Colorado State, Pueblo. Swings late and misses, strike two. Who's cranking it up in that Kernel right field bullpen? Tim Madison. Tim Madison. And a pitch low goes to the screen. Ricochets back to the diamond. Where's the Kernel equipment manager? He usually sprints out and gets the crowd all revved up. It's Robert Romero who has to retrieve it. The Kernel outfield is in a radical shift. Brad Kuhn is playing way around into left center field for Mike Massaro. The 1-2 to the Cougar leadoff batter. Line drive right at Heinley Statia's ankles, and Heinley squeezes it for the out. Mike Massaro laced a sinking liner right at the ankles of Heinley Statia. Heinley stood his ground and caught it. One out here in the top of the ninth inning. 2-2 the score. Of the 2,208 here this afternoon, we have just loads of families having fun. Lots of families here today. A let up, and it's in the dirt. Ball one to Nick Blasey. Robert Romero is going into uncharted territory. Robert has never pitched 3 innings out of the Kernel bullpen. The longest he's gone this spring, 2 innings back on May 5th. Breaking pitch is just low, and it's 2-0 to Nick Blasey. And strike one at the knees to the right-handed hitter. The crowd is kind of subdued right now. That's because we haven't had a run scored by the Kernels since the 5th inning in this 2-2 game. Ball 3 up and into the batter. A father has brought his young daughter down to give Mr. Shucks a hug. That would be a priceless picture. And the little girl wasn't scared of all of Mr. Shucks. She's still looking at him, as a matter of fact. Ball 4. Robert Romero walks Nick Blasey with 1 away here in the 9th inning. Robert was unwilling to challenge Nick Blasey, fed him a steady stream of off-speed pitches. Here comes Bobby Magallanes, and we're going to have a pitching change. This call to the Kernel bullpen is sponsored by U.S. Cellular. Get your wireless relief with Call Me Minutes only from U.S. Cellular. And Robert Romero did a fine job until he issued that walk. Now, I'm not sure. Maybe Bobby's going to leave Robert in. Hold on. Ordinarily, when Bobby comes out, it's to make a pitching change. Tim Madison is warming up in the Kernel bullpen. The independent umpire comes out, and Robert Romero will be lifted. Robert goes 2 1/3. And in 2 1/3, Romero so far has given up no runs on 1 hit. The Colonel right-hander struck out one, walked two, and hit a batter. Tim Madison has answered the U.S. Cellular call to the Colonel bullpen. 2-2 the score, and the Cougars have the go-ahead run at first here in the ninth inning with one away. Tim Madison, 1-2 this year with a 5.89 ERA. Madison is pitching for the 14th time, has 2 saves. 18 in the third innings pitched. Tim has given up 25 hits, struck out 14 in 18 in the third, and Tim has walked only 4. Tim Madison takes over on the hill for the Kernels. In case you're wondering, the Kernels this year are 3-5 in one-run games. Kane County is 4-4. Tim Madison out of the University of South Florida worked 2 innings here Thursday night in the Colonel loss to the Swing of the Quad Cities. Madison went 2 innings, allowed 1 run on 1 hit, struck out 1, and walked 1. So Tim Madison, the right-hander, on the hill for the Kernels. And he'll face Frank Martinez. Martinez listed as a switch hitter. But he is a switch hitter. He'll bat left. 2-2 our score. I want to thank all you great Colonel fans that have come out this spring. We are very, very appreciative that you choose to entertain your clients, thank your customers, treat your family, and do so by coming here to the ballpark. Our mission is to provide you with one of the most memorable, fun, affordable, wholesome entertainment experiences that can be had in all of eastern Iowa. We know you have a choice when it comes to your disposable discretionary income, and we know that you have many, many entertainment options at your doorstep here in eastern Iowa, and we think it's great that so many of you come out and see us here at the ballpark. That's why our theme is Meet Me at the Stadium. We love it when you meet us here at the stadium. Frank Martinez is 2 for 4 today. Top of the ninth inning. Go ahead, run at first, 2 out. Or 1 out, rather, 1 out for Kane County. We wish there were 2 out. If we got a double play, there would be 3 out. A curve from Tim is high. Tim Madison, signed by the Angels in May of last year as a free agent, 6'1", 225, right-hander. Tim was 1-2 with Orem last year. A beautiful breaking pitch is a strike called. It's 1-1. More kids have come down just to look up at Mr. Shucks, right behind home plate. They're absolutely mesmerized by the Colonel mascot. A pitch in the dirt, blocked by Martinez, and it's 2-1 to Frank Martinez. Outfield plays Frank straight away. Nick Blasey may be running, or a hit and run may be on here. I think the Cougars will hit and run. Blasey has a modest lead at first. He's not running, and a foul straight back evens the count, 2-2 to Frank Martinez. Those folks from Metco Credit Union on the Randy Keel Confidence Picnic Pavilion are still enjoying the action, even though the food and drinks have been shut down. Ball 3 over but low, and a full count now to Frank Martinez. Can Tim Madison throw a strike and get an out? A throw to first, and the runner back diving in safely. Kernels and Cougars tied 2-2 here in the top of the ninth inning. 1 out, the go-ahead run at first for the Cougars. Here's the game's biggest pitch. Runner goes and a number to the mound. Madison backhands. Tim throws the batter out. Down to second goes Nick Baisley. Well, Frank Martinez tapped one softly to the base of the hill. Tim Madison backhanded it, then calmly threw to first to get the batter. Down to second goes Nick Baisley. Go-ahead run at second. 2 gone here in the top of the 9th inning. And those kids continue to look up to Mr. Shucks just like he's the Pied Piper. Now some more kids are coming down to see the Colonel mascot. Big Uncle Charlie, and that's a strike called to the cleanup batter, Jeff Baisley. Boy, if you could see the look on the kids' faces down there, it's priceless. Mr. Shucks is signing autographs. I don't know if it's his smile, if it's his baseball head, if it's his Colonel cap, but it sure does attract kids like a magnet. Ball 2 downstairs from Tim Madison, the Colonel right-hander, to Jeff Baisley. Baisley homered leading off the 6th inning to cut the Colonel lead to 2-1. He walked his next time up. We're tied 2-2 here in the top of the 9th inning. It looks like those kids have silver-colored baseballs. No, they're white and blue. They're having Mr. Shucks autograph them. Well, they are silver. Swinging a foul off to the right. Evens the count to Jeff Baisley, 2 balls, 2 strikes. We had a ricochet down below, and a little girl who comes to every game. She's looking for a lifetime honorary Colonel contract and her free spaghetti dinner from Zio Giano's. I don't know that kid's name, but she comes to every Colonel game. Now Tim Madison with the 2-2. Outside, a fastball. The count full now to the cleanup batter. Tim does not have to throw him a strike. Lurking on deck, Jose Pineda. And a fly ball into right should end the inning. Madison Edwards is there to tuck it away. What a job by Tim Madison. Madison, with an off-speed pitch, gets Jeff Baisley to fly into shallow right. In the 9th, no runs for Kane County. No hits, a walk. There were no Colonel errors. And the Cougars leave another. They've stranded 11. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning, and it's the Kernels 2, the Cougars 2. You're enjoying Colonel Baseball on the Colonel Radio Network.
The hottest feature in beautiful Veterans Memorial Stadium is the coolest place. It's the Whirling Waters Home Run Hot Tub. How can you and your friends relax and splash it up from the most coveted spot at the ballpark? Simply register at Center Point in Westdale Mall, and listen, if you're selected as the winner, you'll enjoy the ultimate entertainment experience. AquaJet Stream Comfort atop the left field wall in the Whirling Waters Home Run Hot Tub. Brought to you by Westdale Mall and by Whirling Waters. Your chance to splash it up.
Get ready for summer and beat high gas prices with a pre-owned vehicle from Randy Keel Honda. Their inventory is jam-packed with fuel-efficient vehicles designed to save you money. Get an economical sedan for your daily commute, or indulge your sporty side with a high-performance coupe. Randy Keel Honda carries a large selection of Honda certified pre-owned vehicles, backed by a 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty and 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Need to haul the entire family? For a limited time, you can get special financing on Honda certified pre-owned Odyssey. Whatever your driving needs, Randy Keel Honda has the vehicle for you. Visit Randy Keel Honda on Centerpoint Road Northeast or online at randykeel.com. Randy Keel Honda, where they treat you right.
We go to the bottom of the 9th inning for 2-2 the score for the Kernels. Martinez, Morris, and Smith to face right-hander Steve Sharp. And a breaking pitch high, ball one to Brett Martinez. The Kernels have not scored since the 5th inning. They scored 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th. Kane County tied it with 2 in the 6th. Neither club has scored since. The 1-0 to the Kernel catcher. Curve, a beauty, strike one called. Bottom of the 9th inning. This game started at 2:02. It's now 4:44. So as it stands now, a 2-hour and 42-minute game. Martinez lifts it into deep right center. Pineda back. Jose there and has it. That ball wasn't hit quite as well as I thought it was. Brett Martinez flies to right center. One away here in the 9th inning. One gone for Dallas Morris. Dallas Morris, nothing for 2 today. He walked, stole second, and scored on a 2-out single by Larry Infante back in the 5th inning, the last Kernel run. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. A slider is a strike call to Dallas Morris. 2,208, hoping the Kernels can rally here in the 9th and push across the game-winning run. Morris loops one hard but foul. Dallas cranked it foul down the left field line. Steve Sharp's ahead of Dallas Morris. No balls, 2 strikes. If you're just tuning in, at U.S. Cellular Park on the State Farm Major League scoreboard, the Cubs rallied and they knocked off the White Sox today 7-4. Dallas checks his swing on a breaking pitch for ball one. Mr. Shucks is trying to urge the Kernel hitters on. He has a black plastic bat, and he's pointing like Babe Ruth did to say, hey, I want to point for a home run. Mr. Shucks is standing behind the backstop, twirling that black wiffle ball bat. Swing and a miss by Dallas on a pitch in the dirt. He's tagged out by the catcher, 2 gone here in the Kernel 9th inning. Here's Stantrell Smith. Oh, for some offense. I think Andrea Murphy is just as exasperated about this lack of offense we've had as I am. 2-2 the score here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 2 out, nobody on. Stantrell Smith, nothing for 3. Will try to be the first Kernel to reach against the closer for the Cougars, Steve Sharp. Breaking ball inside to Stantrell. Stantrell told us on the South Slope Communications Triple Play show this afternoon that he really cherishes the starting role that Bobby Magallanes has awarded him in the last week or so, and Stantrell has deserved a crack at the everyday lineup. There's a changeup outside. Corner, a late call by the plate umpire, a strike called. The Kernel Pep squad standing in their red T-shirts and their khaki pants, hoping for something. A ground ball to short should send us to the 10th inning. It does. Stantrell Smith rolls out to short. The Kernels go in order in the 9th, and that's 5 in a row set down by Steve Sharp, the Cougar right-hander. In extra innings, the Kernels are 1-4 this year. In extra innings, the Cougars are 0-2. We're going to the 10th inning, and it's the Kernels 2 and Kane County 2. This is Kernel Baseball on the Kernel Radio Network.
Next up, a musical taste of Dr. Pepper. It's a new spin on an old vibe. From me to you, a tasty sip of Dr. Pepper for your ears, and it starts like this.
I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper, wouldn't you like to be a pepper?
Now that's cool, but pepper is a little better. So let's slide in a taste of this.
I'm a pepper,
Right on. But there's still more to it. I mean, there's nothing like it, because every sip is a chicken mashup of 23 different flavors. So for the true taste of Dr. Pepper, we dial it up even more. I'm a pepper. You know it. With 23 flavors mixed into one bold taste, every sip is a cool mix of music to your mouth. Woo! Dr. Pepper, there's more to it.
Your home is a place for savoring all the good things in life. It's a place for celebrations. It's a place where memories are created. To make sure your home is properly insured, visit Sheets Forest Draper in Marion, your professional Pekin insurance agency. Sheets Forest Draper will give you all important details about homeowners insurance with complete coverages and surprisingly affordable rates. Visit Sheets Forest Draper in Marion for homeowners insurance for your well-lived and well-loved home.
The plate umpire has asked for the lights to be turned on here as we approach 5 o'clock, 10th inning. And Jose Pineda first up against Tim Madison, the Colonel right-hander. Twirls a breaking pitch down and away, ball one. The plate umpire has asked for the lights to be turned on. That's how overcast it's gotten. Madison with a changeup, a beauty, a strike called. 10 hits for the Cougars, 6 for the Kernels. We're in the top of the 10th. Tied 2-2. Swinging a foul straight back by Jose Pineda. And the lights are starting to come on here, just as requested. Pineda lays off a 1-2 changeup, and it's 2-2 now. Jose, a long one to left, way back, and it's going to put the Cougars ahead, way out of here over the left center field wall. Kane County leads it in the 10th, 3-2. Jose Pineda unloaded. That's his 4th home run of the year, and the Cougars lead it here in the 10th inning, 3-2. Woo, boy, did Jose Pineda ever get into that one, and I mean he launched it high and deep to left, over the Tri-Vision signs. Kane County with 11 hits now. The Cougars are a happy bunch. Man, when you're in first place, you find a way to get it done. And Kane County leads it here in the 10th inning, 3-2. Tim Madison misses high, ball one to Isaac Omura. Well, now Madison has to stay together and not be unrattled by that home run. Keep it a one-run game. That'll be Tim's assignment. Ball two, high and outside. Man, did Jose Pineda launch one out of here over the Tri-Vision signs, headed towards 8th Avenue. He got it all, I'll tell you that. Swing and a miss by Omura. Strike one on Isaac. Left-handed batter reaches down for some dirt to rub into his bare hands. We have had a tough time getting it done in extra innings. Swing and a miss by Omura, and that evens the count 2-2. Brad Kuhn is shifted around into left center for the Kernels, who now trail 3-2. Tim brings it. Just missed outside for ball three. Payoff pitches smoked up the middle and past Heinley Stacia into center, and that is hit number 12 for Kane County. Isaac Omura grounds a single into center. One on, nobody out for Steve Clean. Clean has reached base all 4 plate appearances today. Single, 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 run scored, and hit by a pitch. The wind is calmed completely here, but as I look at the City Hall in downtown Cedar Rapids, I see the wind blowing from left to right. Let's make sure that flag's atop the City Hall building. Yes, it is, just to the right of the flame. Strike one to Steve Clean. 3-2 in favor of the Cougars here in the 10th inning. Fastball, strike 2 call to the batter. Now, Kane County has a right-hander working in their bullpen. He's not throwing right now. In fact, he's doing some calisthenics, some knee bends, or some toe touches, rather. That right-hander for the Cougars is T.J. Franco, who saved last night's 4-0 Kane County win. Breaking pitch, I thought the batter offered at it, but the base umpire said he held up. And some of the crowd gets on the base umpire. It was a check swing. Could have been ruled a half swing. 3-2 in favor of King County here in the 10th inning. Tim Madison's 1-2. Drilled into the right field corner for extra bases. Let's see if Isaac O'Mura can rumble home. Madison Edwards digs it out of the corner, and Madison hits Larry Infante. Larry's throw to the plate, in time! Out at the plate! Beautifully executed relay. Edwards to Infante, to Brett Martinez on a double by Steve Clean. Out at the plate, Isaac O'Mura. And the play went Edwards, Infante, Brett Martinez, 9, 4, 2, and Isaac O'Mura cut down trying to score the second run of the 10th inning on a double into the right field corner by Steve Clean. So the Kernels trying to keep it a one-run game. Now the Cougars have a runner at second. One out for Raul Padron. Padron's the guy that still has me scratching my head. On an 0-2 pitch back in the 6th inning, he doubled into the right center field gap. That was against Kernel starter Stephen Merrick, and that double drove home Steve Clean to tie the game 2-2. Swing and a miss by Raul Padron. Now a fastball downstairs, 1-1. If we can keep this a one-run game, I think we have a chance to tie it or win it in the 10th. If Kane County takes a 2-run lead, it becomes a much more difficult assignment. A ground ball to first. Mark Trumbo has it. Mark waves off Madison and beats the batter to the bag for the unassisted putout. Raul Padron grounds out to first. Steve Clean advances from second to third. Justin Sellers the batter. 3-2 Cougars were in the top of the 10th inning. Now Dale Brote's making an announcement. Oh, I did not know there was a threat of rain. I know it's overcast, but there is a threat of rain now. And as a result, Colonel Public Address Announcer Dale Brote letting the crowd know that we will be unable to run the bases after the game, and that makes sense. You don't want anybody getting hurt or take a chance on a thunderstorm. Madison fires a strike to Justin Sellers. Sellers, the number 9 hitter, 0-for-4 this afternoon. Tim comes set, the 0-1. And a safety squeeze was on. The pitch down and away. 4-1. 1-1 to Justin Sellers. Steve Clean at third with 2 out. Strike 2 called, a fastball from Tim Madison. If Tim can get this number 9 hitter who steps out to tighten his batting gloves, I still think the Kernels could tie it or win it in the bottom of the 10th inning. That's why this batter's so important to retire. Ooh, a breaking pitch in the dirt and a run-saving block by Brett Martinez. 2-2 to the Cougar number 9 hitter. A towering pop-up to shallow center. Stacia is under it in shallow center. Heinley has it to end the inning. Justin Sellers pops to short. I still like the Colonel chances in this game. 1 run for the Cougars on 3 hits in the 10th. No Colonel errors. A man cut down at the plate, and Kane County leaves a runner. They've now left 12 aboard this afternoon. We go to the bottom of the 10th inning, and it's the Cougars 3, the Kernels 2. You're listening to Kernel Baseball on the Kernel Radio Network.
With spring comes a sound we're all familiar with, lawnmowers. The Solid Waste and Recycling Department encourages you to mulch your grass this year. Space. Do your part. Grass cycle. This message from the Solid Waste and Recycling Department.
T.J. Franco takes over on the hill for Kane County. Bottom of the 10th inning, Steve Sharp pitched very well out of the Cougar bullpen. He went an inning and 2/3, and he surrendered no runs, no hits, struck out 1, walked none. T.J. Franco earned a save last night for the Cougars in their 4-0 win. Franco is a right-hander, and he'll face Trumbo, Infante, and Kuhn here in the bottom of the 10th inning. T.J. Franco, 2-0 on the year. His first save was last night. He has a 3.12 ERA, and this is his 6th appearance. Franco's going to try to save it for Steve Sharp.
Now pitching for Kane County, number 19, T.J. Franco.
T.J. Franco will face Mark Trumbo. Last night, T.J. Franco pitched 2 scoreless innings out of the Cougar bullpen, gave up a hit, struck out 2, walked none to earn his first save. Mark Trumbo is first up for the Kernels here in the bottom of the 10th inning. And Franco delivers a strike on the outside corner. Now the crowd comes alive. A let-up is outside, and it's 1-1 to the Colonel number 8 hitter, Mark Trumbo, who is grounded to second, grounded to third, and singled into center field. Franco is the 4th relief pitcher used by Kane County this afternoon. And ball 2 up and in to Mark Trumbo. The skies are darkening. The lights are on. We're in the bottom of the 10th inning. And you're enjoying Kernel Baseball here on ESPN Radio 1600, KCRG, Cedar Rapids. The 2-1 to Mark. Low for ball 3. Mark Trumbo is ahead. 3 balls, 1 strike. Mark swings and tips the 3-1 pitch foul out of the catcher's mitt. A full count now to Mark Trumbo. A leadoff home run by Jose Pineda in the 10th inning has given the Cougars a 3-2 lead in this game. T.J. Franco out of the University of San Francisco comes set. His payoff offering. Low, ball 4. Mark Trumbo, the tying run, reaches on a walk to start the 10th inning.
Number 15.
And the batter is Larry Infante. Larry is 3 for 3 this afternoon. Doubled and scored. Travis Schlichting is going to run for Mark Trumbo. Travis Schlichting is running for Mark Trumbo. Bobby Magallanes does not believe in pinch hitting. Pinch running's a totally different story. So Schlichting is the pinch runner for Trumbo, carrying the tying run here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Infante doubled and scored in the third, singled home the Kernels' second run of the game back in the 5th, singled in the 7th inning. Larry started the day batting .143, but he's 3 for 3. Schlichting draws a throw, he's back. A bunt by Larry Infante. He may beat it out. The pitcher bare hands and throws in time. Oh, T.J. Franco almost collided with catcher Raul Padron. Larry Infante keeps his perfect day intact as he sacrifices the tying run. Travis Schlichting to second. Larry Infante with a bunt, a beautiful sacrifice up the first base side, and Franco almost collided with his battery mate Raul Padron. Travis Schlichting's at second, tying run, 1 out here in the bottom of the 10th inning. And a base hit by Kuhn, the left-handed batter, or Edwards, another left-handed batter, would likely tie this game in the bottom of the 10th inning. Travis Schlichting has 6 steals in 9 tries. I doubt if he'll try to steal third base in this situation, but you never know. Kuhn hits one in the air to straightaway center. It'll be caught by Mike Massaro way back in front of the track. Massaro has it. Schlichting is trying for third. He is safe at third. The ball gets by the third baseman, but the pitcher was backing the play up. Travis Schlichting, the pinch runner, is at third with 2 out as Brad Kuhn flies to center, and it's up to Madison Edwards if the Kernels are going to... Now, wait a minute. Jordan Renz, a rarity. The Kernels are pinch hitting. Jordan Renz, the league's leading RBI man, with 9 home runs and a league-high 36 RBIs. Jordan Renz is pinch hitting for the Kernels here in the top or the bottom of the 10th inning. And here comes the Kane County skipper, Aaron Nakula. So Jordan Renz will pinch hit for Madison Edwards. And I believe this is only the second or third time in Bobby Magianis' 3-year reign at the helm of the Kernels that he has pinch hit. And he's lifting a left-handed batter for a right-handed batter, but you can't blame him. He's lifting a left-handed batter for Jordan Renz. Renz is hitting .293, 9 home runs, 36 RBIs, 14 doubles, 2 triples. Jordan Renz to face T.J. Franco. Tying run at third, winning run at the plate, 2 out, bottom of the 10th inning, 3-2 Kane County. Ball 1 in the dirt, and a tying run-saving block of it by Raul Padron. I'm not sure the Cougars will give Renz anything good to hit. Tying run at third, bottom of the 10th inning here at the ballpark. Jordan Renz, .293 batter, league leader with 36 runs driven in. Schlichting at third, the tying run. He's a pinch runner for Mark Trumbo, who started the 10th by drawing a walk. Strike 1 over the outside edge to Jordan Renz. Renz trying desperately to tie this game. Last night, Jordan was 1 for 4. Franco is set. The pitch is upstairs for ball 2. That was a changeup high to Jordan Renz, who steps out. Most of the 2,208 that started the day with us are still here. This game is 3 hours and 6 minutes old. We're in the bottom of the 10th inning, and the Kernels have the tying run at third with 2 out. Curve, and Renz lifts it into right, down the line. This should end the game. Jose Pineda in fair ground has it, and Kane County wins it in 10 innings by the final of 3-2. Jordan Renz, the pinch hitter, flies out down the right field line, and it's a 10-inning, 3-2 win for the Cougars. The Kernel frustration continues. Out hit today 13-6, unable to score since the 5th inning. Kane County 3 and the Kernels 2. That's our final in 10 innings. I'll have the totals, highlights, and more coming up for you next on the Kernel Curtain Call here on the Kernel Radio Network. Well, we'll keep it right here for just a moment as the Cougars add to their first place lead with a 10-inning, 3-2 win here this afternoon. And I'm ready to bring you the Kernel Curtain Call here in just a moment.
It's time for the Kernel's Curtain Call. Now, with a game recap, a complete look at the State Farm scoreboard, and a look ahead to upcoming action, let's rejoin the voice of the Kernel, John Rogers.
Well, the Kernel's 8-game homestand record slips to 2-4, and the Kernels are now an abysmal 1-5 in extra innings this year. Welcome back to Veterans Memorial Stadium on this Family Fun Sunday. The Cougars win it 3-2. Stephen Merrick was the Kernel starter, and the starter for King County, Jeff Gray. There was no score in this game until the 3rd inning. Larry Infante dropped a double in front of Jose Pineda in right. As Larry went to second, Pineda threw there, and his throwing error went into the left field Cougar bullpen. Larry Infante raced to third, then was waved home by Kernel manager Bobby Magallanes. Infante scored to make it 1-0 Kernels. Dallas Morris drew a leadoff walk in the 5th inning, stole second, and with 2 outs, Larry Infante drove him home with a base hit into right, and the Kernels led 2-0. But a leadoff homer in the 6th by Jeff Baisley made it 2-1, and a single and double play followed. It looked like the Kernels would take a 2-1 lead after going to the bottom of the 6th inning. But Kane County had other thoughts. Steve Glean singled, and then Raul Padron, the key hit in the game for the Cougars, on an 0-2 pitch doubled into the right center field alley, and that made it a 2-2 game. The game remained tied until the 10th inning. Jose Pineda led it off against Tim Madison and homered, and that was the difference in the game as Kane County won it in 10 innings, 3-2. The Kernels did get a leadoff walk by Mark Trumbo in the 10th, and he was sacrificed. The pinch runner, Travis Schlichting, successfully sacrificed Schlichting to second. Travis went to third on a fly ball out to center, but Jordan Renz, the pinch hitter, flew out to right to end the inning. And the Kernels lost in 10 innings, 3-2. But 3-2 Kane County. For the Cougars, 3 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. The Kernels, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Kane County left 12 men on. The Kernels stranded 6. The winning pitcher for Kane County, Steve Sharp, he's 1-0. A save for the second time in a row goes to T.J. Franco, his second. And the Kernel loser was Tim Madison. Tim is now 1-3. The game took 3 hours and 6 minutes, and 2,208 saw the Cougars beat the Kernels in 10 innings, 3-2. We'll be back in just a moment and enjoy our PRC play of the game. 3-2 Kane County in 10 innings. You're enjoying Kernel Baseball on the Kernel Radio Network.
Fairfax State Savings Bank is paying you to come to the ballpark every Wednesday this season. You heard right. Fairfax State Savings Bank is paying you to come to Veterans Memorial Stadium every Wednesday this season. The first 750 of you Kernel fans to enter the gates before Wednesday's home game will receive an envelope full of money inside from Fairfax State Savings Bank. Each of those 750 envelopes will contain a greenback up to a $100 bill. Fairfax State Savings Bank, free money Wednesdays. Come early to line your pocket with cash.
There's a lot you can do to satisfy your taste for Italian. You can marry one.
Do you, Susan Smith, take Giuseppe Valentino
You can drive one, or you can go to Zio Giano's and feast on Zio's homemade bread, pizzas, and pasta, authentically prepared as Zio Giano's famous Italian style. Zio Giano's for the hometown taste of Italy.
Come to Zio Giano's, the pasta makes you Zio. Come to Zio Giano's for real Italiano. Come to Zio Giano's, the pasta makes.
Welcome back to Veterans Memorial Stadium. What started to be a sunny Sunday afternoon turns out to be a late overcast afternoon. Kids playing catch on the field thanks to Velocity Sports Performance in St. Luke's. A threat of rain, so the grounds crew is hustling to get the field into playing shape for tomorrow and then put the tarp on. PRC is proud to present the Kernel Play of the Game. If you're looking for a job where you'll be a part of an amazing team that cares for your needs and gives you the ability to grow, visit PRC, their website, www.prcnet.com. Our PRC Play of the Game had Larry Infante at the plate, Dallas Morris at second, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning, and Kane and the Kernels led Kane County 1-0. Here's our PRC Play of the Game.
The Angel affiliation, we've really gotten to watch, follow them more too.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Big Cardinal fan, but love the Angels.
Yeah.
Infante, a base hit into right. We may have a play at the plate. Dallas Morris is racing home. Pineda throws a great one, and sliding in safely is Dallas Morris. 2-0 Kernels. Larry Infante is 2 for 2. Larry lined a base hit into right, and Pineda has a big league arm. He gunned it home, just not in time to get the sliding Dallas Morris. Dallas beat the throw by just about half a second. Larry Infante with a big 2-out single went to second on the throw, and the Kernels lead it 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Our PRC Play of the Game, Larry Infante's second of 3 hits. Larry scored a run, drove in both of the Kernel runs, and the Kernels lose it 3-2 in 10 innings. That PRC Play of the Game brought to you by PRC, the former Access Direct here in Cedar Rapids. The benefit package at PRC includes a 401k retirement savings plan, medical, dental, vision, and pet insurance, a flexible schedule, and a casual dress code. Those benefits at PRC are called Life Essentials. We'll be back in just a moment and give you the rundown on all the scores on the State Farm Major League scoreboard. This is Kernel Baseball on the Kernel Radio Network.
The hottest feature in beautiful Veterans Memorial Stadium is the coolest place. It's the Whirling Waters Home Run Hot Tub. How can you and your friends relax and splash it up from the most coveted spot at the ballpark? Simply register at Center Point in Westdale Mall and listen. If you're selected as the winner, you'll enjoy the ultimate entertainment experience. AquaJet Stream Comfort atop the left field wall in the Whirling Waters Home Run Hot Tub. Brought to you by Westdale Mall and by Whirling Waters. Your chance to splash it up.
It's time now for the State Farm Major League scoreboard here on the Kernel Curtain Call. Kane County takes their second in this series, winning in 10 innings today, 3-2. State Farm Insurance agents Brad Dunn, Dale Thompson, Al Shetler, and Gary Schubat proud to bring you the State Farm Major League scoreboard. Let's begin in Detroit, where the Tigers continue their resurgence. They shut out the Reds 1-0 this afternoon. In 10 innings at Jacobs Field, the Indians edged the Pirates 3-2. In the Battle of the Sunshine State of Florida, the Marlins played the Devil Rays at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, and Tampa Bay shut out Florida 3-0. At U.S. Cellular Field this afternoon, the Cubs rallied and they knocked off the White Sox 7-4. The Beltway rivalry between the Nationals and Baltimore, and it was Washington at RFK Stadium beating Baltimore today 3-1. The Phillies stomped the Red Sox this afternoon at Citizens Bank Ballpark 10-5. An interleague battle between the Twins and Brewers at Miller Park, and it was the Brewers toppling the Twins 5-3. The Cardinals completed the sweep in the I-70 series in Missouri. The Cardinals thriced the Royals today at Kauffman Stadium 10-3. A final from Minute Maid Park in Houston. The Astros blanked Texas 5-0. At Coors Field in Denver, the Rockies 5 and the Blue Jays 3. That's a final. They're in the eighth inning in Oakland, and the Giants are shelling the A's 6-0 in the eighth inning. Seventh inning action at Safeco Field in Seattle, a slugfest. The Mariners are ahead of San Diego 10-7 in the seventh. No score in the only non-interleague game of the afternoon, a National League tilt between the Braves and Diamondbacks. They're in the sixth inning at Chase Ballpark. Atlanta 0, Arizona 0. And the game you'll enjoy here tonight, right here in the zone, the Battle of Gotham, the Yankees and Mets play tonight at Chase Stadium. Well, that's it. That's our complete look at the State Farm Major League scoreboard, brought to you as always by State Farm Insurance agents Dale Thompson, Gary Shubat, Lanny Peterson, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Al Shetler, Brad Dunn, Gary Shubat, and Dale Thompson. In 10 innings, Kane County wins it, and the Kernel 8-game homestand record slips to 2-4 as the Cougars win it 3-2. Tomorrow evening, we'll greet you on KMRY 1450 at 610, the South Slope Communications Triple Play Show time for a 6:30 start as the Kernels try to win for the first time against the Western Division leading Cougars, having dropped the first two in this series 4-0 last night, 3-2 in 10 innings this afternoon. Thanks so much for making us a part of your weekend as it winds up. The final again, the Cougars 3, the Kernels 2 in 10 innings. John Rogers saying so long here on the Kernel Radio Network.